Alright, so here are some things. Alright, and here we are once again, Something's Podcast listeners, episode 17. I am joined with my co-host today,
Mr. Luke Byther.
And Mr. John Trujillo.
And I'm Dylan. Today we're going to talk about finally reviewing Popeye Sandwich, Sonic's redesign, and WTF, what the football. Luke, it has been crazy. How's your week been?
It's been not so bad. I mean, it's been a little crazy.
Little?
A little bit, yeah. It's like all this stuff in college. Like, I have to do my baccalaureate paper this semester.
Okay.
So that's a mess. Like, that's a 15-page paper. And just turning.
The second you have double digits on papers, I'm done.
Yeah, so we just turned in our rough draft. I had to stay an extra day in Fullerton for a 15-minute meeting about my rough draft.
For the rough, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just drop out.
I considered it. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Is this class necessary for your degree?
Yeah, this is music history.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. This paper is necessary for my my This is the big paper. If I don't do this paper, I don't graduate.
What'd you write about, if you don't mind me asking?
Beethoven and his fourth string quartet.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Not
analyze
the
the
third
piece,
one?
gave
The
the
fourth
biography. The fourth one in C minor.
Oh,
It's a good piece. It's a banger. Check it out.
It's a banger.
It slaps.
Slaps.
Slap the bass.
I got the kids lingo.
Well, yeah, Luke's our
boy.
resident old man along with John.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
speaking of, John, how was your week?
Well, guys, my week was actually pretty good. I mean, it felt really drawn out this week, which is weird. And also, no more overtime, back to normal hours.
Lucky
Super
duck.
stoked, yeah. And me and my fiance, we did our registries this Saturday.
Aw. So we guys registered Target.
Wow.
Target and Walmart, those are literally the only two places that do registries anymore. Like, there's other
What?
ones, but they're like really expensive department stores, like Dillard's, Nordstrom's, like stuff like that. Because like I googled do they have registry? Kohl's doesn't even do a registry anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I went there and they're like, oh well, you can create a registry on my wedding registry and just tell people to buy the stuff at Kohl's. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Why would I go through a third party to why can't I not just go through you?
Just have your own, you lazy store.
Just fight them.
Lame. Kohl's don't
Kohl's
sponsor.
sponsor.
Conflict of interest. We'll see what happens with that. But I know Amazon, they allowed me and Sarah to make a list there to try that.
Oh, Amazon too, yeah.
Okay.
I meant like stores.
Actual
Yeah.
walk-in. All right.
We still might do Amazon, not sure.
It's fun. You get a lot of various things on there. I mean, shoot, they told us. I know since we had already had our house purchased and stuff, like we had a few extra add-ons for that, like kitchen sets for knives, cutlery, whatever else. Yeah, and then what else did we register for? We even registered for board games, just because again we said we had most of the essentials covered, so it was like either give us money or give us board games. Like, so
fair.
it was fun.
So how's your week, Dylan?
Holy hell.
Wow, that good, huh?
That's a little
No.
contradictory.
Dude, like there was a lot of things going on this week. I only touch on a few of them, but man, okay. So so Sarah had just finished her catalog with the company she works for. She does graphic design. She's talked about that before. And so the couple weeks prior, leading up to this one, she had been on overtime, so we kept having to get up early so that way she could get into her office at 6:30, 6 o'clock, whatever. And so I was losing out on sleep because of that. Now that she's finished, we're going into holidays, and so now the warehouse I work at is going on to overtime. So I didn't get any kind of R&R, time to rest or sleep in, anything. So I've been exhausted all week, and like I said, we're about to go into more time for that, Saturdays included. So I'm just I'm beat, I'm worn. And then my cousin, he actually played Vista Del Lago for, I guess they have the I don't know what division or league it is for California, but they did a playoff game against Vista Del Lago. They were up 20 points to 0 at the half, and then Vista came back and beat them.
Vista Del Lago won a football game?
They did, and again, this is
This is playoffs?
It's a playoff matchup.
What?
Yeah.
Good job, Vista Del Taco.
Good job,
Proud.
Vista Del Lago. I'm so proud of you guys.
I'm indifferent.
I know you got a foot in both camps.
I really do, man. I was like,
I can
dang
be
it.
completely biased towards Vista.
Yeah, you can.
Woohoo! Good job,
so,
guys.
So that was a little bit of a downer,
Wish
but
I could say that about Canyon.
You guys got a football field.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's no use to us.
Well, unless you're shooting up and you got some kind of drugs and STDs, it's useful for that.
The fun part.
That school does good at track and field, so the field's useful for something.
Yeah, we know Anthony was good at track. So
the fun part to the 5,000 weekly listeners we have listening to this after episode 100, seeing what things were like in the early days. You guys have no idea what any of this means. Some of you live in China.
We're speaking to you right now.
Yeah,
from the past.
Welcome to Moreno Valley.
Yeah,
welcome to our hell.
I'm just kidding. I kind of like it, but
oh man. Speaking of hell here, let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum. We talked about heaven and Chick-fil-A and their chicken sandwich versus Popeyes.
Ooh.
So, folks, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, we have now purchased our Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
We did it.
Yes,
they're right here in front of us.
Right for the taking, and we are about to take our first bites, so it's going to get very sticky, weird, and lip smacky into the mics, so bear with us here as we take our bites out of our
We just
sandwiches.
wanted you guys to get, the first reaction,
the full immersive experience.
This should be good.
Lord bless this sandwich.
Because we know you weren't.
So, I'm realizing, Dylan, the only difference between the spicy and the classic is the sauce. It's a spicy sauce.
So let's clarify that. I did get the spicy, and John and Luke, you guys both got regular?
No, when I asked for the spicy, because I prefer their spicy chicken.
Okay.
And I was like, but can I get it plain? Because listeners, I'm weird. I don't like sauce or anything. And she was like,
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. She was like, well, the sauce is what makes it spicy. I'm like, that's stupid. Why do you...
Why is that the...
why is that the deciding factor? So I got a regular chicken sandwich.
Regular sandwich. All right.
Yeah.
And
I got mine without pickles.
Boo.
Pickles are gross.
Pickles are gross.
Here's that's my unpopular opinion. All right.
Let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
Insert.
Obnoxious chewing sounds in the mic.
First bite, not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, well, I'll let you guys talk about the
How
regular.
about you go first, John? I feel like you got the most out of that.
All right. Not nearly as good as Chick-fil-A. Not even close. However, let me put it this way. If I went to Popeyes again, and I really wanted like a sandwich rather than a piece of chicken, I'd probably order it. But if we're comparing it to Chick-fil-A or most other places, for that matter, it's not that great. I don't know. How do you guys feel?
Luke?
It's very average. It's very average to me.
I'm having a hard time deciding. I like the breading on this one way more. This is some good, the breading on the chicken, not the bread itself.
Not the bun.
Right.
Yeah. That's some good breading. The chicken itself, I don't think it's as good as the Lord's chicken.
It's because it wasn't blessed. That's why John had to pray over it.
Yeah.
Jesus for the win.
So, I haven't quite decided yet. This is tough. I mean, it's bigger. That's an advantage.
Right.
But harder to bite into.
So what about the bread do you like better than Chick-fil-A?
It's more flavorful. It's got the fried chicken taste.
Really?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's thicker. I don't think it necessarily tastes better.
I do like the crunchiness too. That's
the
kinda
crunchiness
nice.
is nice.
I can compliment the crunchiness. Okay, so again, I did get the spicy sandwich. I like the sauce. I do prefer spicy chicken, like John was saying too. So I think it did well on that end. But yeah, I don't think it's as close as people were hyping this up to be. No. Chick-fil-A, I think definitely still gets the edge, but this isn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so blown away, this is amazing, and
at the same time, it's not the worst.
I'd still go order it again. Don't get me wrong. Like John was just saying, if I wanted a sandwich, I'd order this from Popeyes. But yeah, like I said, I think Chick-fil-A still has it.
They did well too. It's pretty juicy. It's not all dried out.
Yeah, it's moist chicken, and again, like Luke said, the breading's not like overpowering. Moist.
Chicken is moist.
Moist chicken breasts.
Breasticles. Stop it. All right, I'm gonna take one more big bite before we move on here. All right, so John, you just mentioned when we were before you took a bite out of those pretty good sandwiches that you don't like sauce on anything that you like to eat. So that got me thinking about other somewhat unpopular opinions that people may hold or have, and that could be for various things. Like one, we just passed Halloween. I for one, I do like candy corn. Not a lot of people do. They tend to hate it. But then the other thing I was thinking about, and this one will really probably shock some listeners, I don't care for the Beatles. Like I think they're
Beatles.
Yeah, the old musicians that got really high and put things on paper and then sung and made an album or a few.
Oh, those Beatles.
Yeah. No, I like
Not
actual
insects. No.
Yeah, actual like Hercules Beatles and stuff. No, those guys are cool.
Yeah,
But
I like the Beatles too. Those ones.
Yeah, those ones. But yeah, the actual Beatles, like I don't get what the hype is. It's like everyone's tripping on LSD. It's like, oh, their music's so amazing. I'm just like, no, it's okay.
That's a lot of that. I think there's genres of that music throughout every generation. Like nowadays, people think that mumble rap is good, but they're all just high.
And they're all just wrong.
Yeah, they're all just wrong. So I don't know. Like I agree with you. They were all high when they wrote it, but personally, I think they have some pretty good songs. But there are some where it's just like, they were tripping, and this song is nonsense. Like
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
that and the I Am the Walrus.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, you ever heard that song? It's
Nope.
pure nonsense.
What is the meaning of we live in a yellow submarine?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
Like I said, they were high as heck.
like. They have some cool stuff. Like "Money Can't Buy Me Love." That's kind of a cool song. But other than that,
yeah, no.
they're not bad. I wouldn't say I dislike them. So I would say you still have an unpopular opinion for sure.
Yeah, because like I said, I feel they're way overrated. I just don't care for their music all that much.
You know what's funny? My favorite thing is, I forget if it was like an interview or like just someone posted it one time. Like someone was like, "I don't like the Beatles," and the other person was like, "That's un-American." And then, like, it's not even an American band.
Yeah. I'll say this for the Beatles: they have some musically interesting music. The music itself tells a little bit more of a story than the music of today does. And that's one of those things I appreciate about it. It's the music itself tells you a story. You don't have to be completely focused on the lyrics. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy it just for how it sounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. That's like again, obviously this is my personal opinion, but I got the podcast, so I get to vent it. But how about you guys? What are your unpopular
Hold on,
opinions?
I really want to go back to the candy corn thing.
Candy corn? Okay.
Why do you like candy corn?
The flavor hits my tongue just the right way. I like it.
Sounds kind of gay.
Well, you know me. Luke is over here choking on chicken. Okay.
The only candy corn I like, I think I've told you this before, like outside of the podcast, is the Starburst one. But at that point, it's not really candy corn.
Starburst candy? I don't even
It's
think
just
I've had
Starburst shaped like candy corns that are a little chalky tasting.
Amen to that.
But they're good, you know?
that. Yeah. No, I like the originals. Like I would always go over to my grandparents' house. It's one of those few candies that your grandparents usually have, laying around the house. But no, those are pretty good to me. I don't like the bigger ones, like the pumpkins. It's too much. Like I understand people don't like it because they feel like it tastes waxy or just maybe the flavor they just don't like overall. But yeah, with the pumpkins, it's a little much. But just regular piece of candy corn, it's pretty good to me. I wouldn't mind getting that in my trick or treat bucket.
I would mind.
Well, I know you would. 'Cause you got braces.
I used to, as a kid, I would only
And those long dancer's legs.
Those are very personal attacks.
I would only bite off the white parts.
Well, it's
of
my
candy
personal pit though. just the tip.
corn. Just the tip.
Oh my goodness.
Just the tip was good. The rest of it's too much.
So Luke,
I have a 32-inch inseam.
So what are some of your pet peeves?
Oh,
Or, I mean, unpopular opinions?
opinions.
unpopular peeves.
I do not like mixing fruit and chocolate.
Oh yeah, I agree completely on that one.
Really?
So you
I
mean
don't-
like
maybe this
like
is-
chocolate fondue? Like
Well, that's cheese.
That's cheese.
oh well,
yeah.
what's
cheese
the
and stuff.
chocolate version? Chocolate fountain.
Well, I guess fondue.
Well, yeah,
is-
like dipping fruit in chocolate. I don't-
Okay, you're not a fan.
I hate the most. It's like citrus or citric. So like oranges
Oh,
dipped in
yeah.
chocolate. That's just ridiculous. Mm-mm.
Well, they have those little chocolates. It's like chocolate and orange flavor.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, like
gross.
Yeah,
it's a chocolate orange. I don't like that. Maybe
No,
it's
that's-
not unpopular.
So what about like?
I think it's specifically that flavor because I wouldn't mind a chocolate covered cherry or something. Or
like
chocolate covered
that.
strawberries. Those are really good.
So what about like at C's Candy? A lot of their chocolates have like fruit filling in it, like the
Nope,
jelly.
nope.
Not even the jelly.
That I'm with him on that. I don't
What?
like those.
And it really starts with Skittles and M&Ms. I don't like mixing those.
Oh,
Ew, yeah, I don't know
the
who's
maniacs at parties. You ever see
Yeah.
those videos where they just open up both bags, dump it into a bowl together?
Monsters, freaking monsters. But from that stems all my other problems. Like it ruined everything else. It doesn't help that I don't like most fruits anyway.
You know?
But even the fruits I like if it's an apple, I can dip an apple in chocolate as long as it's not a sour one. Like if it's a red apple, it's relatively unfruity.
No,
you know, it's
you
not
gotta
a very
dip it in
fruity
caramel at that point.
It's not a very fruity fruit, so I'm okay with that. But like, I also like pears.
Fruity fruit.
I also like pears. I would not dip a pear in chocolate.
No, I wouldn't do that either. Oh, okay. You know what, Luke? Though when you were just talking about like the whole chocolate and fruity mix-up stuff.
Yeah.
I think I just got an idea for a game for us to play next week.
What is that?
I think we should do a live game of Bean Boozled.
Oh, my
I hate
goodness.
that game.
Dude,
That sounds fun.
it'll be great for the listeners. Listeners, how do you feel about it?
Let us know.
I feel great. Oh, look at that.
Why do our listeners sound like Stitch?
I can do a pretty good Stitch still.
That was you.
Oh, you didn't know that? I'm a man of many talents, Luke.
Yeah, you're impressive.
Oh, yeah.
He's a man.
Now you're a man. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, I think that'd be fun. If we have the chance or time to get one of those before the next podcast, I would definitely be down to do it.
Yeah.
And we would all probably throw up. So I'll make sure we have a trash can in here, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
John, did you have any more unpopular opinions?
I have one, and it's very unpopular. You guys will probably have strong feelings. I'd gather most of our listeners will.
Now I'm curious.
I don't like Disneyland.
Ooh.
I don't.
Take that, Disney.
Like, it's nothing against Mickey. Like, he's pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
But, like,
Oh, hey, kids.
yeah. No, it's just like, I can't justify spending over $100 for a ticket where the majority of my day will be spent standing in line.
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
if I go do that at Knott's Berry Farm, maybe like a third of my day will be spent in line, and the rest will be on rides. And the ticket's only like $50.
Mm-hmm.
I respect and agree with your disdain for the tickets. But Disneyland, like, how could you not like
There's
Disneyland?
too many damn kids everywhere. And I understand because it's Disneyland, but here's my problem too with Disneyland. That place originally was meant for kids, right? It was meant for the parents to take their kids to enjoy.
Okay,
but now,
sure.
it's like, I swear our generation doesn't want to grow up, and it pisses me off because now, like, Disneyland's being taken over by adults. They're having bars put in and all this stuff, like when it's meant to be a children's place. It's the same with how McDonald's used to be a fun kids, like yellow and red building growing up, and
Right.
now it's all sad, depressing, and gray because it's where adults get their coffee. Like,
Dang.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there's no more ball pits
Because
anymore.
Yeah,
kids don't
nothing-
spend any money at McDonald's.
no, but it's like it was originally geared towards the kids, and I feel like
Point, counterpoint.
Disneyland is losing that gearedness towards kids. Like,
First of all, with McDonald's, it started out just as a burger place. It was not meant for kids or adults specifically. It
Okay,
was just
but-
meant for anybody.
yeah, but
Right.
It was the
Disneyland.
80s that did that to McDonald's. You can't blame McDonald's for that one. But Disneyland, I'm not entirely sure it was made for kids.
or at least for families. It's not
It
meant
was-
for drunk 20-year-olds.
Everything was made for families back then, though. Nothing was made for drunk 20-year-olds.
Yeah, but Disneyland, like, I feel like you can't really have both. Like, no matter how much they separate it, like having the bar designated to this area,
Right.
you're still gonna get some like adults that are tipsy walking around. Like, and it's mostly people our age, so it pisses me off. It's like, dude,
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's
I got
children.
a
They
few.
should do lifetime bans for that. Reduce the population inside of Disneyland.
Reduce the
Or
surplus
just
population.
kill people while they're in there. That'll reduce the population.
No one's ever died in Disneyland. Remember that? You can get your head cut off, but they pronounce them dead at the hospital. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
But yeah, here's my. I kind of agree with John on that one because you mentioned, John, $100 for a ticket to a park where you have to stand in
Over
line.
100 too.
Exactly. $100 will probably get you into just one park. You
Yeah.
know you need the park hopper, and even then you're still waiting in
And
line
then
for 3
parking's
hours
like
for one
$20,
ride.
$30.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
and you look you brought up Knott's. You can get their entire like annual pass, or they call it season pass, but it
like
lasts all year.
$80.
Yeah, $80-$90 for the whole year, and that's what me and Sarah usually do. I get the parking pass too, so it's like an extra $20-$30, but then we get to go anytime we want. It's awesome and amazing.
I
But,
don't know anybody who goes to Disneyland with a one-day ticket.
Well, yeah,
Everybody I know who goes to
Not
Disneyland now,
anymore.
all of them have a season pass.
which is it's insane. I have a full-time job, but I'm not trying to pay $1,000 on that.
Yeah,
Like
for even for the one that's like $300, you can only go.
You got
on
super blackout dates.
weekdays, and it's only some weekdays. But it's like I have a job. Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to go on the weekdays?
yeah, they're like, well, that's up to you to figure out, but you still give us money. Ho ho.
It's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Okay. One other fun.
Really don't like Disney.
One other fun fact about Disney, like, okay, I don't know when the last time you guys went. But when you walk around Disney and you look at people, do you ever get the feeling that you could take anyone in a fist fight? Next time you go,
Last time I went, I was probably 12.
like it's very
Been 6 years for me.
wow, gosh.
I went. The last time I went was grad night in high school.
Dang, I think I went in a couple years back, but yeah, it's like every now and again you maybe come across like that one guy who's like some freakish bodybuilder that just somehow happens to be there with his family or whatever, God knows what he's doing. But yeah, it's like for the most part you look around and you see some like weird adults that maybe shouldn't even be at Disneyland in the first place, and other ones that are just like big and out of shape, just like whatever else. You're just like, yeah, I think I could take them. Like if something went south real quick, I mean. No commentary on that, Luke.
I just I leaned into the mic and just stopped.
He just sniffed it.
And it ruined it for you guys. It just destroyed all your momentum.
You did. I don't know. I mean, like, I do that all the time.
So just not even just at Disneyland, just anywhere.
Yeah, because I'm always like, when I walk into a place, like even at Popeyes, like when we were there today, I'm just
I could
like,
take that girl behind
all right,
the
so
counter.
if something happens, like, kind of like sniff out the psycho in the room.
Right.
And
Yeah,
if you can't find one, it's probably you.
that's both of us just trying to score up with people. Like I could take him. I could do.
Yeah.
I could beat them up.
I've never found a psycho in a room.
It's you.
Crap.
It's just not logical.
I don't know. I understand like the logic behind that of like, oh, I could take him. Like for me, it's more of if like the situation.
Right. Yeah.
Can you take me?
Yeah.
Oh,
from behind.
Out on a date. From behind.
Hey. Oh my goodness.
Well,
You guys, stop it.
well, he's just trying to give you a sweet treat. Speaking of sweet treats, I don't know if you guys saw with
candy corn. Just the tip of the candy corn.
You guys are having too much fun.
we're
We're
reaming them this week.
Oh my.
But speaking of sweet treats, we talked about it last week with the Hot Pockets having the apple pie and the cinnamon roll flavors.
Which I haven't seen, by the way.
You haven't
Yeah,
seen
me
them?
neither. I haven't
Maybe they just
seen
got a
them in
UK
person.
release. I apologize to anyone trying to shop for them. Check Amazon. But
Amazon, do they do that?
I don't know. They ship a lot of things
I
from
gotta
like
check.
Japan.
Amazon
But
Those sound
sponsors.
delicious.
yeah, so sweet treats. McDonald's has this new holiday McFlurry. It's Snickerdoodle. Whoa. Okay, I had this last night because me and Sarah went to dinner. Luxury dinner at McDonald's. But no, dude, it was so amazing. Like they'll crumble up like a soft Snickerdoodle cookie and put it in the ice cream. And yeah, it wasn't just like chintzy, like, oh no, we're just putting like, sometimes when you go to like Starbucks, they'll say like, oh, it's this flavored drink, but then they only put like some seasoning or
like
flavor on the
cinnamon
top
and sugar in there or something.
But no, there were actual Snickerdoodle cookie crumble pieces in this thing, and oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Yeah, if you guys have a chance, I would definitely check that out too. Maybe get that over the Popeyes chicken sandwich if you're more of a sweet tooth person.
Yeah. What's for dinner?
McFlurries.
Snickerdoodle McFlurries.
Well, I'm just saying, if you got something, you got a craving, you got to scratch.
Just do both.
Just dip the chicken
Fried
sandwich
chicken
in
sandwich and some Snickerdoodle McFlurry.
And put the McFlurry in the sandwich.
Dude.
So you think they'll still put the M&Ms in there?
Yeah, I can't admit.
I would love that.
I think there have been a
M&Ms and
couple.
Snickerdoodle.
I think there have been a couple times where I've gone to McDonald's and ordered a McFlurry. On the rare occasions when their ice cream machine's working, and you can say like, hey, give me some Oreo, give me an Oreo McFlurry, and then add in this, because I think that for a while didn't they do like Reese's Pieces as well? I know they don't have as lot, they're not like Dairy Queen or anything, but they have like several different things you can choose from. It's M&M, Oreo, and
M&M, Oreo, and I think it's Butterfinger.
is Butterfinger what it was?
At least it used to be. I don't know if it is anymore.
It was some kind of chocolatey peanut butter candy mix in. But yeah, so I think I've done that before. Was Oreo and Butterfinger or Reese's, whatever the heck it was.
But
Yes.
M&M and Snickers.
I can't imagine. It's McDonald's, dude. They're not gonna fight you on anything. They're not gonna sit there. Oh no, we can't do that. Again, like I said, unless the ice cream machine's broke.
Which
Sounds
is
delicious,
90% of the time.
I've
Exactly.
never had a problem with that, ever.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah,
Never.
every time I've gone to McFlurry or an ice cream, they've given it to me.
Yeah.
That's insane. I've never been that lucky.
Like when my parents.
Having said that, one time I tried to get one of those, the ice blended drinks.
Okay,
What do they call those?
smoothies.
No, at McDonald's, not the
Coffee
Frappuccino.
one?
Is it just Frappe?
Frappe,
Yeah, they call it a frappe.
Yeah,
There you go.
Frappe. One time I tried to get one of those, and stop it.
Sorry, we're on point today.
Anyway, I tried to get one of those, and their machine was broken.
The frappe was broken. Frappe.
You guys are so weird.
I'm just eating my chicken
How am I the least
Can that be
weird
our
today?
word of the week or if it's frappe?
Yeah, we'll do it so we don't forget.
Frappa pig.
All right, guys. This week, you got to come tell us. This is one you can't text. You got to say it in person. Or at least send us a video recording.
Oh, that could be fun.
That'd be
Dude, if we
fun.
start getting video submissions,
By the way, I want to plug this right now really quick.
plug it.
If you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or any other platform where you can leave us a review, please do so. We do appreciate those, and they help boost our publicity. We'd
Yep.
love to get more fans, more feedback. So we appreciate you guys. Hopefully, you appreciate us. If you do, let us know. Give us a rating and a review. That would help a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And like Luke said, it would boost us up because then those other sites and platforms start saying like, oh, hey, if you're looking for a new podcast, this one might be up your alley. So definitely help us out, please, please. Oh my God, please. And then back to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Spotify doesn't have that option.
No, they don't have a review spot.
So anyway, yeah, so leave us if you can't leave us a review on the platform that you listen to, send us like a video submission or something, or like a written review or something like that. Let us know what you like about the podcast, what you want to hear more of, a handwritten letter, a text message, a message on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or a video or whatever, however you want to do it. Let us know what you think. Let
Keys
us
to your
know.
house, tax information, Social Security, whatever you would like to thank us with.
Yeah, all that, and then whatever you want to hear more of, or whatever you've been enjoying, we'd love to personalize this for you guys.
Yes, we would be full of Thanksgiving.
That's clever. I like it.
Good one.
Ha.
Well, I was trying to set up my coast here for a segue, but I don't think he caught it. Luke, lately we've been doing Thanksgiving topics. Is there anything you would like to talk about
we
for
all
Thanksgiving?
missed that.
I don't get it. What's the segue?
We would be filled with Thanksgiving. And that was your chance
I don't get it.
to jump on my turkey.
We're talking about the next one is favorite Thanksgiving side chick.
What does that have?
Side chick?
Side dish.
What the crap?
You guys are hilarious.
This is my side chick, Ham.
What?
Hamala.
Hamlet. Oh, gosh.
John and Dylan are looking into each other's eyes right now. They're literally crying tears of joy.
That's because we're on point today. Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
anyway.
So back to the topic at hand.
I still don't get it. How's that a segue? Let's just talk about some.
We're talking
some
about
side,
Thanksgiving.
Let's just talk about some Thanksgiving side dishes. How
I'm
about
gonna
that?
Bite you so hard.
Favorite Thanksgiving side
Thread or
dishes.
an invitation?
Hey! It's my topic now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's my body. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
We're not getting through this episode.
All right. Okay.
What are your favorite Thanksgiving side dishes?
Okay. Do you want to start off, or do you want me to
I'll
take it?
start off. 'cause
Okay.
This is easy. It's a no-brainer. The
No-brainer.
best side dish at Thanksgiving is mac and cheese.
I was gonna say mashed potatoes, but mac and cheese.
Start with the M.
Mac and cheese. It's not mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes is the worst.
Okay. You know what?
Whoa.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes suck. They're
Luke
gross.
and his friggin' brother, man, they don't like mashed potatoes. How do you? You guys.
There's my unpopular opinion.
They claim to be American and they don't like mashed potatoes.
that's-
What is this?
Well, he doesn't like apple pie either. That's un-American.
Dude, oh my gosh,
You
man.
weirdo. And you have both of those
Okay.
in Thanksgiving.
I like hot dogs. I drive a truck. I played baseball. And I play jazz music, which is one of the few uniquely solely
American
American originated arts.
You gotta have the whole
anywhere.
package though, and you're missing apple pie and mashed potatoes.
You don't have any of the package except for apple pie.
Oh, he's got the package.
I like mashed potatoes.
Stop looking at his package.
I see you're joining in on the fun.
Yeah, but you guys didn't laugh at mine.
I did. I
Sorry.
chuckled. It was
Yeah,
funny.
wait. I smiled at you, Luke. I thought that was enough.
Oh, yay.
I set you up for the package thing. I was delivering John's package to you.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. I was like, he's going to
It's
go
not
there.
yours to deliver.
On this podcast, it
Well,
is.
John, you're not delivering.
What am I supposed to be delivering?
His
package.
baby.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, wait.
This has gone off in a deep rabbit hole. Side dishes.
Side dishes.
Side
mac
dishes.
and cheese.
Okay, so you say mac and cheese. My only fear with mac and cheese is you never know what you're going to get because sometimes.
Fear?
Look, well, hear me out here. With mac and cheese, it can be a really great side dish when you get someone who knows how to make it and they get that creamy, like real cheesy mac and cheese. But then you'll have someone who will bring a tinfoil dish that was baked in an oven and dried out macaroni and cheese on top. Like, it's just.
I've never run into that.
It's happened to me at family gatherings, dude. It is not fun because I look at it and I'm just like I weep Not tears of joy. I weep tears of sadness.
So those of you listening that are Dylan's relatives, y'all need to step up your mac and cheese.
Step up that game. No.
Step it up.
Gosh, I'm probably going to go to my family's for Thanksgiving too. They're going to hate me.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I love it when it's like, it becomes so creamy that the cheese has become nice and creamy on the mac itself.
Right, yeah.
And there's also like liquid cheese.
Yes.
Sitting at the bottom.
Delicious. It's like a puddle of delicious.
That's when it's the best,
Are the noodles called mac?
Macaroni.
That's the macaroni.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Yeah. Kinda.
I don't know how.
Just a little bit on that one.
Because I've called it macaroni and cheese my whole life.
Without realizing the mac stands for.
I never put that together.
Yeah, so the mac represents the noodle. The cheese represents, go figure, the cheese. But
elbow noodles.
Elbow noodles.
That's what they're called.
Oh, you go for the elbows? I usually like shells when like you get the real creamy stuff.
That's not mac and cheese.
That's not mac and cheese, no.
It's still
not macaroni.
It's noodle.
It's
pasta.
like white people.
It's pasta. It's not
pasta and
macaroni.
cheese.
That's white people conchas at that point.
What's wrong with that?
It's not mac and cheese. That's the
It's
whole
mac
point.
and cheese. There's noodles and cheese.
Conch?
Conchas.
Yeah.
Pass the conch.
Praise the magic conch. We'll get into that later.
Hey, that'd be fun. Just do that at like, one of those Lord of the Flies themed parties.
We kill Piggy, or what was the
No,
kid's
no,
name?
you pass the conch, but it's mac.
Oh,
it's
pass
the
it, okay.
shells and cheese.
Gotcha.
Worth
All
it.
right. So, John, why do you like mashed potatoes the best?
Oh, I'm not saying they're the best. I just thought that's where he was going with it.
Oh.
Although mashed potatoes are really good.
So
Him and his brother
They're
are
not,
ridiculous.
Yeah, they are ridiculous. That's the definite unpopular opinion for that one that he missed.
Should be popular.
My favorite, I would say, the buttered biscuits or bread, whatever.
That's respectable.
Rolls or the biscuits.
Rolls,
you know?
yeah.
Bread is universally good.
Yeah.
They complement everything. You can take your mashed potatoes, you can put your mac and cheese in it, you can put anything in there. Make little.
Well, I mean, do you put your mac and cheese inside bread?
I do with my turkey.
You make like
Make
little
a little
sliders.
sandwich. Yeah. You get it. You get me. High five.
Yep. That's
I
why
think-
me and John are on point today.
Maybe it's because I like the mac and cheese the best, but I think that's slightly polluting the mac and cheese. It's not polluting, diluting. We'll say that. It's diluting the mac and cheese.
I hear you. I think what dilutes it is if you were to put turkey and gravy. I don't do the gravy. I'll just put turkey on top of the mac and cheese in the bread. When you put gravy, it mixes in with the cheese sauce and it just screws it all up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Can't do the gravy. The turkey I'm okay with because at that point it's just like a turkey grilled cheese. I don't know. That's how I look at it.
When I do that, I'm like, I want more mac and cheese in this flavor. What if I just did only mac and cheese? And boom, great.
It's fair. I get it.
What about you, Dylan?
Yeah.
You know, I think for me, I definitely like yams, candied yams, without the walnuts though.
Candied yams?
Yeah.
That's your favorite?
That's the worst one. It's worse than mashed potatoes on Luke's scale.
If you know how to make it right, it's a delicious dish.
Candied yams. Let me just get this right. Yams. What is a yam?
A yam is that thing you find in a can.
A yam is a root.
It's the orange thing, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nasty orange sweet.
It's like sweet potato, pretty much.
Is it the same thing as sweet potato?
They're actually two different things.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
That's what I said, it's like sweet
Still,
potato.
though.
Yeah. But like when people say at Thanksgiving, "Oh, I'm bringing sweet potatoes," they're really bringing yams.
Does anybody like the sweet potato dish with the marshmallows on it?
I hate that
My family loves it.
so much.
Oh my goodness.
We grew up
That
differently.
and green bean casserole, I hate.
Yeah, okay, if we're talking about worst ones, I'd go for that. The green bean casserole, because the people put like the fried onion
Yeah.
shavings or whatever the heck on it. I'm like, I
Yeah,
do
it's
not
too
care
much.
for that.
Have I got a story for you guys?
VeggieTales!
Oh my goodness.
Have we got a show for you?
I have an experience with
With the green bean?
with the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I
Enlighten
was
us.
back in the day. This was a few years ago. I was with my now ex-girlfriend. It still feels a little awkward, I know.
That's fine.
Hang in there with me, guys. Anyway, I was with her family for the first time at Christmas. Like, this is the first holiday with her family.
Okay.
And I'm looking around. I'm just trying to make conversation. I see this thing covered in marshmallows. I'm like, I like marshmallows. So I make a comment. I say, that looks good. I wonder what that is. Oh, my goodness. The person who made it said, oh, those are my sweet potatoes. I'll make sure you get a nice, good portion. I hate sweet potatoes. So she sat right next to me at the table during this big family dinner. gives me this big scoop of mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and marshmallows.
Give us the dimensions on this. Like how many inches wide? How
This
deep
was
it?
like a 3 by 3 inch.
Oh my gosh!
Square.
It's like a casserole size.
No.
It was a healthy serving.
Whoa.
I just had to eat it. I just ate it. I ate the whole
You had to be
thing.
like, this is delicious.
Yeah, and I was like, oh goodness.
Did
I was committed.
Did she make it really bad and put like pineapples or something on it? Because people will do
No,
that.
no.
That I don't agree with.
What,
The same
really?
with walnuts.
I've only ever seen the marshmallows on it.
No,
I've never seen other
people
stuff.
will add things and like it's the same thing with like me and brownies. Like I like caramel in it, but don't add the nuts. Like or
yeah.
certain nuts. I don't like the walnuts, chestnuts, whatever the crap going in there. I'm like, no, just
Picky
just-
about when nuts go in your mouth. Huh?
I really am. I really am.
Yam. That was a good one to bring us back.
Fired. It's just going to be me next week, guys. Just Luke hosting this podcast.
Sure, we'll be over our dead bodies.
You will be dead,
You wish.
and I will do it over your bodies.
Gross.
Yeah, gross.
That's gross. Of all the things that are gross,
Dead bodies are gross, man. Why are you so entertained by dead bodies?
unbelievable.
Speaking of entertainment, I think it's time for us to transition to the entertainment portion of the podcast. Tried something new that time. I don't know if it worked.
It was jazzier for sure. I dig
Yes.
it.
All right, so we've got a lot to cover in this, I almost said category section, almost called it kection, but we got a lot to cover this week. So, I don't know if you guys saw, there was an announcement on both Instagram, Facebook, whatever, through Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Hello. Black Adam got a release date for December 2021. Dude, he did the cover art thing. He looks epic in that uniform.
Black Adam, Adam 2.0.
Yes. Well, wait.
Black
you talking
Eve?
about biblical Adam? No.
Black Eve.
Blackie.
Aye, aye. But yes, so I'm super excited for that. I actually, the way DC is going now, they're starting to make good movies, and I'm starting to get more faith in the company and Warner Brothers and everything. And again, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, every movie he's in, he makes millions of dollars doing it. So
I'm not confident yet.
No, you didn't like Shazam? It's like the same.
You know what? I haven't seen Shazam.
You haven't?
Wait, he's in Shazam?
No. But I'm pretty sure Black Adam fights Shazam. Like they're
Yeah,
kind
I
of
haven't seen Shazam either.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fights Black Adam.
This is why we don't like.
Oh please, you started it.
But oh my god, I can't believe you guys haven't seen Shazam. We'll have to have a movie date for that.
Ooh.
And we can go get steaks at Steerenstein or something.
And some
Ooh.
Snickerdoodle McFlurries.
Yes.
Ooh, this is a good day.
Yeah, we're gonna have a man date.
It's mandated.
Yes.
It's a mandated.
I was waiting.
It's
I
a
was waiting
mandated
for it.
mandate.
I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna say it because I knew John would say
You
it.
could have said it though.
Yeah, but you guys have been making all the stupid jokes today.
But why don't you join in on the
Hey, we're
fun?
making good
You could be
jokes.
stupid too. Jeez.
I'm
What do you mean,
always
could be?
stupid. I'm stupid every day, but I want to be someone different on this podcast.
You should always be who you are.
And that's stupid.
I want to be who I could be.
I mean, I guess, but no.
My fans are like crying right now. They're moved.
You mean your parents?
Your fans. So you think we're already at that level where each of us has specific fans?
Absolutely.
Okay, if you
Who's Team Luke? If you're Team Luke, let us know on social media.
Comment on one of the posts. Team Luke.
Hashtag Team Luke.
Or Team Dylan or Team John. Let's make it a contest.
Yeah, maybe, but hashtag.
Is it? Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Team Edward or Team Jacob would.
Yeah, so please, if you're listening to this, let us know. Like, let's do this on Facebook. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook is probably the easiest way to do that.
That's yeah. I could probably create a survey on that page.
So go to our Facebook page, take a look at the survey, hashtag Team Luke for the win.
And just
Hashtag Team
know
John.
that if Luke starts winning, I'll delete it and then give all the votes to John.
Why? People love me.
No, they don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
I have like 4 fans,
I mean, I think.
2 of them are your parents. They birthed you.
and they love me.
He's like, and that's half the listeners.
They love you, but not by choice.
Dick.
Just kidding.
Mom!
He's like the cat in the meme. They're saying weird stuff again. Oh gosh. All right. Well,
Black Adam.
I was gonna say, we like I said, the cat meme. Speaking of cats, there's gonna be a 3rd SpongeBob movie, and it's supposed to be about like where's Gary? Like I guess Gary goes missing, and SpongeBob and Patrick. have
That's
to
your
go.
link. Speaking of cats, here's a snail underwater.
Gary's a cat.
He's a
He's
snail.
a snail.
He's a cat. Come on, he meows underwater. He represents a cat.
He's a sea snail.
Dude, sea snails
Sea cat.
meow. It's just a coincidence.
I'm just saying, man. Everyone who actually watches SpongeBob, Luke knows what I'm talking about.
I
Gary's a
watch
cat.
SpongeBob. He's not a cat.
So the cat of SpongeBob. But yeah, so
hold on. I just want to get this straight. Somebody's like, "Who's your favorite character?" And somebody else is like, "The cat." You're like, "Oh, cool."
You're like, "Oh, Gary." That's right.
yeah, I recognize that. There's only so many characters on that show. You have Mr. Krabs, you have Squidward, you have Patrick, you have Sandy the squirrel.
I think people would be more likely to say, "You mean the squirrel, Sandy?"
No, that she's not a cat.
Obviously,
how would you confuse?
I don't think I'm on board
Gary.
with that. But
Yeah,
you're both wrong on this. I mean, you're right that it's not a cat, Luke.
Hey.
But you're wrong to think that someone would confuse a squirrel for a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They'll be more likely to confuse a snail for a
Yeah,
cat.
because
Yes.
the squirrel in the SpongeBob. I don't
Those
know why I
karate.
almost said the Mighty Ducks.
The
The Mighty Ducks. How do you get
On the SpongeBob show.
the SpongeBob?
I'm gonna go watch the SpongeBob.
Yeah. The squirrel walks on
Sandy
only
cheeks.
2 legs, not 4 like a cat. So you wouldn't confuse the two. And she's in a spacesuit.
Okay, because squirrels walk on only 2 legs.
No, in the show they do. The snail slithers. It don't have
Hold on.
legs.
It leaves a snail
Your
trail.
logic is the character walks on 2 legs, therefore it can't be a cat.
also has-
No,
it
therefore
also has
you
buck
wouldn't
teeth.
confuse it with a cat.
It has buck teeth
Okay,
and a
so
bushy
hold on.
tail.
This means that it walks on 2 legs in the show, so it must be a squirrel because
No.
squirrels walk on 2 legs.
Aye.
Neither
No.
cats nor squirrels walk on 2 legs. You can, it doesn't. That's not an
I've
argument.
met one once that does.
Luke's just trying to justify his idiocracy on this. That's all I'm saying.
Outrageous.
Hey, no, you're not even off the hook, dude. It's
I
not
am
a cat.
I am off the hook, all right?
No.
Because I went fishing and I caught SpongeBob, all right?
No.
The point is, nobody wants a computer animated SpongeBob.
No, yeah, that I didn't really quite, understand. I know Keanu Reeves is supposed to be in it though.
He's supposed to be a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I didn't watch the second SpongeBob movie. Is that the one where they come on land and they're all huge?
That was that was one where like I
it
guess
looked
there was
really
some
stupid.
some like mythical storybook where it's like whatever you write in it becomes true.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So that was the
first
plot
one
of that
was
one.
awesome.
Yeah. When you get to ride David
I'm a goofy
Hasselhoff.
goober.
Rock! That
was a good one.
You're a goofy goober.
All right, but yeah, so and then in the same vein, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Okay, so Disney Plus released earlier this week, and to answer and counteract that, Netflix has actually partnered with Nickelodeon to start releasing more original content and series, and there's rumors that they're going to do a Squidward
Squidward or a
Squidward spin-off series. Squidward.
Squidward Squinoff.
Squidward.
Yes.
It's his son.
So he's Squidward. Nah. But yeah, so Squidward might get his own series on Netflix, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to it because it's. I think there's like jokey memes online that you always see where it's like, you used to watch the show for SpongeBob, and then as you become an adult, you realize, oh, Squidward's actually where I am at right now in my life. Just being angry with everyone who's around me who's too happy.
But nobody plays the clarinet.
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, technically,
I played the
Squidward.
trumpet. I guess kind of.
Squidward can't play the
You
clarinet.
look like somebody who played the trumpet.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It's funny.
He's like, you got that body.
You don't look like somebody who currently plays trumpet. You just have the look of somebody who, I used to play
I used to
trumpet.
play yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the
So wait.
glasses or the hat.
So then your sister, she plays trumpet, and she also played back in high school. Does she have the face of someone who looks like she still plays trumpet?
She actually doesn't play trumpet anymore.
No.
She might pick it up later, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, then forget my point.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will forget it.
Okay.
What were we talking about? Not
Squidward.
John's point.
Spidward. We're
Yes,
talking about Spidward.
exactly. John's got it.
Spidward.
Squidward.
Spidward.
Can we roll on? With the subject?
Squidward.
I don't know. I'm honestly not looking forward to any of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't the biggest SpongeBob fan as a kid, but I'm tired of all the computer animated stuff. It's just like they're trying to revive something that
Yeah,
just
well, no,
has
what
run
they-
its
all they
It
course.
wouldn't be
now is
computer
revive
animated. It
stuff.
would still be the same art style that they use for the TV show.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Promise.
I won't promise because
Cross your
I'm
heart,
not
hope
a
to die.
Netflix or Nickelodeon executive, so I can't say for sure. But I'm pretty sure they're going to use just regular
Well,
animation.
hopefully they do. But anyway, speaking of that, like Disney Plus launched this week, and that is interesting. They had 10 million subscribers at the opening,
Wow,
and apparently they weren't quite ready for it.
10 million. That's almost as many listeners as we have.
Those who, yeah, 10 million. We're close.
Close.
We're at
Like 9.8, right?
we're at that. Yeah, we're basically 1/1,000,000th of the way there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like 35 1/1,000,000ths
Yeah.
of the way
something
there.
like that.
But anyway, they had 10 million subscribers at the opening, and apparently they weren't quite ready for it.
No, they were not.
Those who have Disney Plus can tell you that it was a little bit glitchy. It was a little bit not ready for all these people logging on at once.
Oh,
and I find that fascinating.
that is fascinating.
I thought they were probably going to be over-prepared, but apparently they were under-prepared.
Come on, Disney. Get your head out of your butt.
Now, have you guys gotten Disney Plus?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
My cousin, she had it, and so I was looking at it on her phone. They do have a lot of cool stuff on there, though, like TV shows I grew up with, like Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Lizzie McGuire,
Yep, Lizzie's also awesome.
all that stuff. Even Stevens.
Yes.
So I'm still debating if I want to get that, but if I do, I'm gonna get the whole package. So I'll cancel my Hulu account,
Right.
open up the new one, because if you didn't know, it's Disney Plus, Hulu,
ESPN
and
Plus.
ESPN Plus for was it like $9 or $12?
Yeah, like 13 or
What's
so.
with the
$12.99.
plus? Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Google Plus, like...
Everyone's getting on the streaming service bandwagon
No,
right now.
But why is it Plus? Why,
They're just trying to make it sound like you get more out of it than you really do. It's a sales
Yeah.
gimmick.
why don't they do like Disney More? ESPN More.
Disney Plus sounds it flows better than Disney More.
Or like Disney...
Disney
greater
More
than.
sounds too much like Demi Moore.
Disney greater
There you go.
than.
Disney
you know, like
greater
the
than.
alligator.
Math alligator.
I'm laughing because he did the little alligator
he-
snap with his hands.
You got the alligator clap going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Disney Plus, I don't know if I'm going to buy it. Not sure. If I do, it would have to be that package where I condense Hulu into that, and I'll get ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm at a point in my life where I could do it yet.
because you don't have any money.
Yeah, I don't make enough yet. And I'm like, in order to do that, I would have to cancel something else. I'd have to sacrifice something else.
The only
I'm not ready to do that.
The only thing I kind of get irritated with, because again, John, like you, I probably will still eventually sign up for the triple package that has all three of those. I just don't get why they don't have a bundle pack that includes ad-free version of Hulu. Like, if you do the bundle
it
pack,
doesn't come with ads?
It has to be the one with ads. Like, just
Forget
and
that.
it's
I might
for,
just keep my Hulu.
yeah. For what I hear, it's just Hulu that does that. Like, the other two should still be fine for no commercials. But I'm just like, why would you make that a thing? Why wouldn't you include the the price? Maybe charge me like $4 extra for ad-free. Like, whatever. I don't care.
That's silly.
Yeah, I thought that was a little ridiculous.
I don't know. They should redesign it.
Yeah, they should.
They should.
And they should redesign it. This, maybe if we cyberbully them the same way that the online community cyberbullied the Sonic movie makers into redesigning Sonic.
Yeah.
Dude, that new trailer for Sonic was amazing.
Yeah?
Yes, his face looked a whole lot better. I love the way they actually took away like that human teeth look, like his eyes look the way they do in the video game and everything else. He looks like the Sonic from my childhood, and I am ready. I am ready and wanting to see that movie.
Someone very special just walked in.
My dad.
Yeah.
Thomas, why don't you come on over here and put your face in that microphone?
Woo! Say hello.
Put your mouth on it. Go.
Hi, this is Thomas.
Closer. Close. Get your mouth there.
Thomas, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, well, I'm Thomas.
Oh, nice. Okay, good
yeah.
introduction. We wanted to say happy birthday because it's
thank
after
you.
Thomas's birthday, but we're celebrating it today.
Yes.
So we wanted to ask you some questions.
Okay, go
What does
ahead.
it feel like to be 23?
I feel old.
You feel old.
Yeah.
How much older do you feel?
Like
Like
crotchety
1 year
old or
old,
like
like
get off
last
my
year
lawn
older?
old?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like it really just sets in,
Yeah. And if you could describe your feelings as an animal from Antarctica, what would they be?
I don't know, a polar bear? I don't know what animals are in Antarctica.
Oh, so you're vicious then.
Maybe.
Wow.
I think they have fish, right?
They have fish?
Hardcore.
Have a salmon then.
A salmon?
An Antarctic salmon.
yeah, there we go.
That's an impressive fish right there.
I thought salmon are like river fish, aren't they? They swim upstream
No,
and
there's
stuff.
there's ocean salmon.
Yeah.
There is.
But in Arctic though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Almost certainly not.
So he's a dead fish then. Is that what I'm
Maybe,
understanding?
Thomas is the Antarctic salmon. There are Antarctic
The
salmon.
fact is, Thomas is impressive.
Oh.
And
a pretty good
as flirty
specimen.
as you guys have been to each other today, listeners, trust me, they would be much more flirty to Thomas. Both
Thomas is
If he,
kind of hot.
if he was between us, yeah. Be stroking that goatee he's got and this beard where he's working.
So yeah, if you get a chance, give Thomas a belated happy birthday wish because he did not get enough notifications yet.
And give him a pinch to grow an inch.
Oh, I could use that too.
Yep. See, he wants it.
So anyway, Thomas,
likes the pain.
happy birthday. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate
thank
your
you for
input.
having me.
That was
Yeah.
good
This
is
stuff.
really
Happy
fun.
birthday, Thomas.
No, you
And,
don't, Thomas, it's okay. You don't have to take your shirt off. Leave it on. Thomas,
stop
later.
unbuttoning
Thomas,
it.
later.
Button it back
Later.
Sorry, guys.
Some beautiful pectorals there.
Oh, gosh.
His testicles.
But yeah, this is
sprayed on.
we're recording this while like Thomas's birthday celebration is going on, so we wanted to like bring him in so he can enjoy the fun and we can enjoy his party in this moment here.
Yes.
So we're gonna go right into that after this podcast. So Thomas, I guess we'll see you out there.
Yeah.
thank you. Stay
Thanks for
around.
stopping in. Yeah, nice shirt, buddy.
Woo! Love you, Thomas.
Love you too.
Bye, babe.
I'm still here. Why are you telling me bye?
What a nice
He's my
guy.
other babe.
Oh,
Isn't he so handsome?
Yes.
swell.
Swole.
He is taken though, right? Isn't he dating your brother or something?
Yeah, there you go.
My sister, actually.
Your sister, yeah, that's right.
That one.
He's
Are
dating
you
somebody.
trying to take 2 microphones, John?
Yeah, I want to be heard twice.
You don't need that.
Why?
Swing it back the other way. Get
You know
that
what
mic
this
out of
way?
your face.
He just wants 2 things dangling in his face.
It actually goes all the way.
I'm curious to hear what this sounds like. Go for it.
Hello. It's kind of louder. It's like
I don't like it.
Not that bad. No.
I give up.
Remute.
Yeah, you're muted.
I'm back to
We'll
one
just mute all
microphone.
of John.
All right, so yes,
Okay,
that's
John, it's just you and me now. John's muted.
Aw. We need,
Why?
but three's company. I know. I thought no, isn't the saying two's company, three's a crowd? We're proving them wrong though, because that's bullcrap.
3 is a tricycle, and who doesn't like a tricycle?
Exactly.
I mean, who's to say crowds are bad? I'm comfortably saying 3 is a crowd with us. Like,
Yeah,
I like,
exa-
Do you
crowds
feel
are all right.
crowded?
I mean,
Just in the
when
pants.
you turned off my second microphone, yeah,
Would that
I
make you
turned
less
off
crowded?
both microphones.
that's true. That's kind of mean.
It was hilarious.
No.
So Sonic,
Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog.
he's blue,
Oh, the
double D,
hedgehog,
double die.
never mind.
Yes. Luke, did you play the game much when you were growing up?
The most Sonic I ever did was there's 2 sources. First, at McDonald's they give you those little video game, little digital things.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
I got pretty good at Sonic Soccer on that game.
nice.
That's not nearly like the.
Like the
Other
actual
than
core
that-
Sonic.
Other than that, Super Smash Brothers is all I have. I
gotcha.
didn't do much Sonic.
You know, speaking of with Super Smash Brothers, if you set up the CPUs to fight each other and you do Mario versus Sonic, Mario always wins.
Mario beats everybody except for Peach.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We've
You
tested
can't
it.
beat a woman, literally.
Well, he beats Daisy.
Oh,
He beats the hell
Wait,
out of
no, Daisy's not a character.
Not in the new
that's
one.
a flower, dude.
He beats
No.
he beats the other women in the game.
Okay,
Like Bowser and Ganondorf and
Yeah, those women.
Luke
Yeah.
had a character.
The kind that you're attracted to.
ugh, I'm not attracted to Ganondorf. His nose is way too big.
Gandalf.
you
Gandalf.
shall not pass.
Isn't it Cannon Dwarf?
Canon? Are you serious?
Cannon Dwarf?
No, it's Gandorf.
No, the guy's name is Donkey Punch.
No, that's the guy who goes Falcon Punch.
I'm gonna punch your donkey.
No. You're thinking of Diddy Kong.
No, pretty sure that's Bowser.
No, you're thinking of the guy with the hammer from Kirby.
Kirby.
No, he doesn't have a hammer.
He carries
Kirby
a
does have
hammer
a
when
hammer.
he eats that guy.
I'm talking about King Diddy. Diddy.
King Titty.
I thought you were talking about Hammer Bro.
Hammer. No, you're thinking of Samus.
Samson.
Is there a Samson in the game? All right, we're done there.
If you take Link's sword and cut off the Samson character's hair,
By the way,
he becomes
Public
powerful.
service announcement: if anybody finds our topic sheet, please return it. We're just stalking.
Yeah, we're just talking nonsense.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, yeah. So again, Sonic looks amazing. I'm looking forward to it. So I don't know, maybe that could be one that we also check out together, like we try to do with the Joker.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Hey,
All right. But moving on to other movies, we do have a few movie reviews for this week.
yeah.
We
what
have
do you got?
we have Midway and
Say the. Do Midway first. Just do it.
Okay.
Say
Is this
next one.
the naval ship, the USS Midway?
Yes, this is
Oh, I
the
was
story.
right. I took a
yeah,
guess.
the story based off of the real life events after the tragic events of Pearl Harbor, where a naval fleet has to go and combat the Japanese army and military over the naval seas to try to
This
control
one has Ben
Midway.
Affleck in it, right?
No, that was a terrible movie called Pearl Harbor. That
What?
is like the worst ranking in history.
What are you talking about?
I
that
liked
was a
that
good
movie. That was a good movie. It was super
apparently,
long.
Apparently, everyone hated it. Like you looked that movie up, it got a lot of bad reviews.
Really?
I liked
All
it.
I've heard is that people love it.
Yeah.
No, people did not like that movie.
Why?
Fight me, people.
I wonder why. I'm gonna have to look that up later.
Yeah,
good movie.
it got really bad reviews.
Honestly, that was one of the movies that brought me closest to tears.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, yeah, it was a good movie,
It was a good one.
and I watched it when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
A long
So
time ago.
moving on to a good military movie. Yeah. So we have,
That's
Like I
un-American,
said.
but okay.
like I said, we're gonna review Midway here, and okay, I don't know if it was just because I saw this movie on Veterans Day or whatever the heck, but man, did I get emotional watching this movie. Like, I just sat there and again, I wish we would have covered this on the last episode because I know we always do our episodes like, you know, a week or a couple days prior to certain things going on. But man, salute to anyone in military service. Thank you for your service. I've told Luke this, I've told my wife this, whoever else, probably John at some point. But again, I have a harder time talking to anyone in military uniform than I do a celebrity or someone I think is famous. It's crazy, like the amount of stuff you guys do for this country. Thank you. I love it.
A harder time because you're like speechless.
I am speechless. I know right now I'm rambling and we can talk for hours on this podcast, but no, I get choked up around actual military people and servicemen and women. So thank you once again. Before I go into this movie review, just had to say that. But yes, so Midway was absolutely amazing. I did see it in the Dolby Cinema at AMC. AMC sponsor us. So it was great, man. They had great special effects and CGI for the battle scenes. They had great, captivating actors and actresses alike for different parts of the roles. The characters that were played, the lieutenants, the commanders, generals, whatever else you want to call them. Like they had Woody Harrelson in it. There's the guy who was in Maleficent. I can't remember his name, but he was one of the main pilots that was commanding things, to help fight on the American side against the Japanese. Like the whole movie, the concept of it, really well done. You're not sitting there bored out of your mind, with like a long drawn out drama movie. It's action packed, but it's also got great aspects of just heart, family, and like I said, the American courage and like the soldiers that like put their life on the line. I can't say anything but good things about this movie. I would give this one a solid A. Go check out Midway. Great, great, great movie.
Nice.
Yes. And it's I always like having movies that when you see them, they're up for like Oscar nominations or whatever else. Like this one's going to be up there for like movie of the year kind of thing.
You guys ever visited the Midway?
No.
Dude.
No, I haven't.
Super cool. You guys got to go. It's docked in San Diego, right?
You know what? I kind of visited.
Midway?
I walked by it. I was like killing time in downtown San Diego, and I saw this big boat. I was like, I'll go to that.
Yeah,
I didn't walk.
Was that just one of the boats that fought in Midway? Because I thought Midway was an actual like island location where they were like staging military ships and stuff.
Well, I mean, it probably was, but it's also a ship.
Okay,
it's an aircraft carrier.
I'm like, I don't remember them fighting over a boat in the movie. But
maybe
they fought with boats.
Ship was named after that.
Okay,
I don't know. But fun fact, my grandpa sailed on that ship.
Ooh, dang! Salute to your grandpa.
Wow, yeah, good job.
Yeah. So
he's way cooler than you are.
I know for sure. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty lame.
It's okay. I'm right there with you.
The best thing is, it's not even an insult. It's just like, yeah.
Like I said, we respect our military here. All right. So, Luke, what was the other movie that you were so eager to not let me talk about?
Yeah. So most of the time,
Hyundai versus Honda.
You're spoiling it. Oh, Luke's gone. He's insane.
Most of the time, it's only Dylan.
It's done now.
Most of the time, it's only Dylan who gets to do these movie reviews. But guess what? I actually saw a movie this week, and it was Ford versus Ferrari.
Vroom, vroom.
What a good movie.
It really was, dude. Christian Bale, as always, acts his tail off at any part that he plays. And even, this guy goes from Batman to The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg to, again, Ford versus Ferrari. Like, the dude is just a wide range actor who's just blessed with talent. Like, that's all you can really say about it. Matt Damon accompanies him as a guest role, or not a guest role. Not like that, because he's in a core part of the movie too. But man, the whole thing is just really well done. The way they tell the story of again, the concept of Ford developing a car to beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's just insane. It's great. It's a great drama movie. And again, it's not something that leaves you bored to tears. You're not just like, oh my gosh, when is like it going to pick up or when's this going to happen? The whole thing's just entertaining all the way through.
Wow. What a great movie review you just did, Luke.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's my opinion. Luke, what would you like to say about it?
I loved it. Like you said, it's kind of the origin story of the Ford GT40.
Yes.
So it was really interesting to see, and like you said, the pairing of Matt Damon and Christian Bale, they just do it so well.
Yeah,
it was a good friendship that they have in that movie too.
Right.
You just watch it and you're like, that's the kind of friendship I would want to have. Like, it's manly, but
what are we?
We're not manly.
I don't know. I think we could have that. We just gotta fight each other more.
All right.
Who's up first?
Oh gosh.
It was a good movie.
I'll fight the winner.
If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It makes you proud to be an American.
So
both
to an
movies
extent.
do.
Both movies make you proud to be American.
Christian Bale's he's British in this one, but he's like a British American.
Was he British? I thought he was like Scottish-ish.
No, he's definitely British.
He's from that part of the
He's got
world.
an accent. I know that much. And
He's got an
Yeah,
accent.
but I mean,
therefore.
this was based on a true story. So this is like, what's his name? Shelby?
Shelby.
Gosh, I was just talking to Sarah about this too.
Yeah, but
'cause
Shelby was a racer.
Ford Shelby, right? That's his name.
No, Ford Shelby. It was Henry Ford II. Oh gosh, man, me and Sarah were just talking about this in the car because she was bringing up the fact that Matt Damon has played 2 characters named Shelby in his acting career, and
And this Shelby is the one that they named the Shelby after, right? Like if you're in a car and it's called a Shelby, this is named after him,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Okay. I think
We'll find that out. Really quick.
we got John looking it up, and then but yeah, Luke. So continue on with your evaluation of the movie.
Yeah, so it was really good. Like you feel it just tells a lot of story.
Carol
Shelby, that was his name.
Yes.
He had 2 women's names.
Yes.
Are you sure about that? That doesn't sound
that's it.
familiar at all.
Look at Carol Shelby.
Wow.
Oh, you just clicked something else though.
Oh,
Wait, what was Christian Bale's act?
it's still there.
What was the
Carol's-
role he was playing?
Ken Miles.
Ken Miles.
Ken Miles, yeah.
Yeah.
Ken Miles. Oh man, what a good character.
Amazing.
Yeah. It tells a lot of story. Like it gives like where both those characters came from, how they got to this point. It tells you all the tests they went through to get this car, and then you
Right.
get like the race at the end, and that's it's like 3 stories packed into one, and it was
Yeah.
good. Should we go through our list of like
Yeah. So okay.
criteria?
Yeah, so we got our plot here, originality and cast, and like we just been praising both actors for the last 5 minutes here. I think they get a solid A, a solid grade on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have the drama / action, little bit of comedy. Not that it was a comedy.
Yeah,
but
a little bit
they
of comedy.
They
Good.
throw humor in there, obviously, to lighten the mood in certain aspects of the movie.
Good amount of drama too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so nailed that. Effects and CGI during the car races. Did you see anything that was like super terrible? Like as far as
it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't hugely fantastic, but
yeah, you don't see anything that stands out. Like okay, clearly that's a green screen.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
clearly that's
it was good enough to tell the story.
Right.
It's hard to show what a car looks like moving 200 miles an hour.
yeah.
But it's not like it was cheesy and they just sped up the footage.
Right.
If you
It looked
run
real.
alongside it, though, you should be able to get a pretty good shot.
Yeah, then it'll only be going 190 miles an hour.
Yeah, see? I think it works out fine.
Yeah, and then so we have music. I don't know if the music was necessarily a huge factor in this one.
I forgot to pay attention to music, which is sad because normally I do better
Oh,
with that.
jeez.
Isn't that like your life?
Yeah, that's like my
That's
thing.
what he's trying to study for and get a degree for.
That's
right?
my thing, and
That's why you
normally
wrote that paper.
Normally, I notice these things. I do know there were some spots where the music was energetic. I can't remember what they were.
Right.
But they pulled like every now and then they would pull like a pop tune, like a classy pop tune, and put that in there.
Background music from Rainbow Road. On Mario
Okay.
Kart.
That would have ruined it.
You just see him racing or whatever. He starts lighting up with like the little turbo boost. Pew, pew.
That's the kind of thing. If Jack Black plays a race car driver, that's what you expect.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to see that movie now. I want Jack Black to star in a live action Mario Kart movie.
Oh my god!
He can be Mario. Dude, we just wrote a movie. We just wrote
And
a
it'll all
movie.
be filmed in like a K1 Speedway.
Yeah, with green screens everywhere.
Yeah.
Though.
I want this. This needs to happen.
Goodness, that
Oh,
would be
God.
Jack Black. I don't know. Not
Come on.
sponsor us,
Yeah.
but
If he wants
Sponsor
to come
us,
on the
come on the
podcast,
Come on our podcast. We'll like really promote.
We'll write
him.
the screenplay for you. We got this.
I would love.
Funny
to have
thing
this.
about Jack Black, I just found out
he's not
that
black.
he's
black?
the lead. I just found out he's the lead singer of Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Oh.
They had a
my gosh.
movie and everything.
I know.
Give me one push. I won't say it.
That's all I knew.
Bro.
But yeah. So anyway, we digressed. But yeah. So music again. It wasn't anything that was like off-putting. It was at least good.
Between a B and an A, yeah.
Yeah. And then length. Like I said, you don't sit there just tearing your hair out. Like, is this over yet? It's
It was a little bit long. I mean, it was probably 2.5 hours or more.
close to.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
long.
Again, you don't feel bored though. I didn't feel
that's
bored.
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
the length really has to do with how well are you
How
using the
entertained
time.
it- yeah.
Right.
Are there
yeah.
lots of dead spots? Is it just going no? And like I said, it's kind of like 3 stories put into one, and it just flows really smoothly without any pauses. So it's always going somewhere. So you feel like it's great, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And then wow factor. What do you think?
Wow,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Again, I
The
always-
ending. The ending.
Yes, there's a lot of things going on with this movie, but all great. So, like I said,
Yeah, because it's all true. So
yeah, if you already know the story, you know where it's going, but at the same time, it's still a great depiction, a great storytelling narrative between again Ken Miles and
Carol.
Carol Shelby.
Carol
Oh,
Shelby.
Yeah.
So it's not technically a spoiler if we tell them what happens because it's public knowledge.
Technically, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Go
Yeah.
check it out because
Yes.
Marley and Me was the same thing.
Is that a real movie?
Marley,
I mean,
and Me?
Is it a real?
Like
I was like, wait,
I
what?
mean like a true story.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
The guy, he was actually a newspaper writer, and he wrote articles about his dog and his relationship with his dog, and he wrote a book about it. So you knew how that was going to end, but still, back 10 years ago, to say Marley dies at the end was not cool.
Dude, spoilers.
10 years later.
I haven't
said.
seen it.
Well,
Oh,
I know what happens, but
yeah, the dog dies at the end.
yeah, I know. Everyone, our dog's name is Marley. Side note.
Oh,
And everyone when I first got her, oh, what's her name? Marley. And they're like, oh, from the movie? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? What movie? Marley and Me. I was like,
and they show you this horrific scene.
yeah, I'm like, I've never seen that, and that's really sad, but that's not why I named her.
Yeah. But yeah, so overall, Luke, overall grade, where would you put Ford versus Ferrari?
That's a solid A.
Solid A for me
Solid
too.
A.
Go check it out, John. You got to see it.
2 great movies. Go check them out. And with that, we conclude our entertainment portion, and we transition now into the category of sports. Sports. Because it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're up,
Out
Luke.
at the golfing game.
Yes.
Golfing range would have been better
Golfing
than
round.
that.
Range would have been better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get into baseball really quick. The season
Yes.
is over, and I know maybe some of you are getting tired of this. This is it. This is the last thing we're going to talk about for a while, unless there's any big trades going on.
But they are major announcements to announce, so take it away.
So we talked about some of the awards last week. Silver
did.
Slugger, Gold Glove awards.
Uh-huh.
Now we got the big 3 this week: the Cy Young, Rookie of the Year,
And
and
MVP.
MVP for National League and American League. So let's start off with the Cy Young Award.
Okay, and what is this award for, Luke? What is
This
the
is
Cy
for
Young?
the best-
For those listeners who don't know.
This is for the best pitcher. It's named after the pitcher, Cy Young.
Okay.
He was an
you
actual
have it.
pitcher. I think he pitched in the 50s,
Okay.
but he was a great pitcher back in the day. The award is named after him. Goes to the best pitcher in each league. So for the National League, it goes to the Mets' Jacob deGrom.
Woo, DeGrom?
Fantastic deGrom, yeah.
DeGrom, okay.
Yeah, fantastic season. He, I think, was leading the league in ERA, lowest ERA.
Right.
He's consistently putting up over 200 strikeouts. He's a great pitcher. I think that's his second in a row.
Dang.
Wow.
I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that, but it might be.
Okay.
For the American League, we have Justin Verlander with the Astros. So good job to him. I was talking lots about him over the
Right, postseason and everything.
Yeah, so it was between him and his teammate Garrett Cole. And Verlander ended up getting it. He just passed the 3,000 strikeout mark.
Dang.
I think this is his second or third MVP in his career.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's been a great pitcher. He's getting up there in age, but still bringing the heat, still throwing 97 plus.
Yeah, winning that award definitely
Yeah.
solidifies that.
So good job to you. The Rookie of the Year awards go to the same team on each side. So
You kidding
the
me?
Mets, Pete Alonso, he was the guy that led in home runs.
Right, and
53 homers.
he set the record, didn't he?
Set the record, yeah. So he won the home run derby,
Nice.
won Rookie of the Year, led everybody in home runs. It was a good season for him, just like Aaron Judge a couple years before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good job to Pete Alonso.
Hopefully he has a promising career and we can all enjoy just him setting more records.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. What was the other guy's name?
Oh, no.
We'll come back to that. Somebody look it up. Help me out. I'm blanking on it. It's the
For
Astros
the Rookie
guy.
of the Year?
Yeah.
Carol Shelby.
No.
Close.
Oh, man, I'm blanking. It might be Valbuena. I can't remember, though. I'm going to move on. We'll get to the MVP. The MVP for each league, it went to both LA guys. Cody Bellinger with the Dodgers and Mike Trout for the Angels. Quite a thing we have. Did you find it yet, Dylan?
I did. Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan Alvarez. Okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's,
okay,
that's
good.
definitely correct.
I'm like, I might just be reading something else.
No, that's definitely correct.
Okay.
Jordan Alvarez, he put up, I think, the best on base plus slugging. That's OPS plus slugging percentage of any rookie ever.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was crushing the ball all the time. So good job to him. He definitely deserved it. Everybody, I think, got the right awards. The only one that could have been switched, there was 2 of them. You could have easily given the Cy Young to Garrett Cole instead of Justin Verlander.
Right.
And you could have also given the National League MVP to Christian Yelich.
Okay.
both of those could have been switched up easily, but I'm not disappointed with how they turned out.
Right. Everyone, these are all good players. They got it for justifiable reasons, so it could have been argued either way.
Yeah, and then Mike Trout, of course, he's always going to be in consideration for the MVP
because he's got their fish name.
Yeah, let me just show you guys some of these things for Mike Trout. He's put up quite a career already. This is only like 8 years in.
Right.
This is his third MVP.
Sheesh.
He's a 7-time Silver Slugger Award. Mm-hmm. His career OPS, I was talking about Yordan Alvarez just led in that. His career OPS is 1. Like, that just means he's always crushing. He's an 8-time All-Star. Notice 8 seasons, 8-time All-Star.
Sheesh.
He was the 2012 Rookie of the Year.
Right.
And he's been the 4-time MVP runner-up. Do you notice what that means? 3 MVPs.
And every
4-time runner-up.
Yeah, every other year he was
only one year he was not
up
first or second.
Wow.
But he was top 5 that year. And I think he was top 3 that season.
Jeez.
He's always good. Every single time. And guess what? To make it even better, he's the youngest member of the 200 home run, 200 stolen base club.
Sheesh.
Nice.
Mike Trout is the best. Quit fighting it. It's a fact. There's nobody else who even compares. This guy, Pete Alonso on Twitter made a comment after this. He said Mike Trout is the second coming of Mickey Mantle.
Ooh.
He's good. This is gonna be the greatest player of this half a century, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm so glad he's with the Angels. We got him locked up for his career.
Yeah, we do.
Could be bad for him, but I'm glad we get to claim him.
I hope he at least walks away with 2 World Series wins or something, man. Because it's like, obviously the franchise would be great overall because we are Angels fans, but man, it's like he deserves like the pinnacle, man. He deserves it.
Derek Jeter,
another team to get that though.
Derek Jeter was an awesome player, and he's been remembered very fondly. Everybody loves him. Everybody respected how good of a player he was. He never once won the MVP.
Dang.
The reason he's remembered so well is because he was so dynamite in the postseason.
Right.
He was just good at coming in clutch, and he built up this great reputation. Mike Trout has these MVPs. He's got the awards. We need to get him in the postseason.
Yes, we
so
do.
He has an even longer lasting
longevity,
legacy.
Legacy. Yeah. So anyway, that's our baseball stuff. We're gonna miss baseball. It'll come back eventually, but for now, we're gonna have to say goodbye.
Yep, and we'll have to transition to, like I said earlier in this podcast, WTF? What the football? If you were not aware of what happened on Thursday night, it was the Browns versus Steelers divisional rivalry matchup. And again, I always tell you, Luke, I know when we have off-topic discussions or maybe off-mic discussions about it, you can never really underestimate the power of a good divisional rivalry because even if a team is doing really great, that divisional rival might have their number and could cause an upset win. And the Browns, rightfully so, did that because the Steelers were on a hot streak. They were starting to make a good contention for a wild card spot, and the Browns upset them to the tune of 21-7 to win a game. However, the thing we're discussing here is not how great of a win it was for the Browns. We're going to be sitting here discussing the aftermath of a play that happened at 8 seconds left in the game.
Outrageous.
Holy crap. Folks, if you did not see this game, you can probably YouTube it, whatever, but at the end of the game, the Steelers are just trying to basically get garbage yards, whatever, just to have something, to end the game out. And they go with a screen pass play to one of the running backs. Mason Rudolph throws the pass down to him. Well after the ball is gone, Myles Garrett, a defensive tackle for the Browns.
The 2017 #1 overall pick.
Yeah, he's a big dude, and he's made great plays. He's a good player for the Browns. But like I said, well after the ball is gone, comes in, hugs the quarterback, spins him around, and slams him to the ground. The ball was gone. If anything, at that point, there should have been a flag for either unsportsmanlike conduct, late hit on the quarterback, whatever you want to call it. There could have been multiple penalties. Gets him to the ground and lays on top of him, even after the play was already dead. So it's like there was no point to this. He just wanted to rub Mason Rudolph's nose in the ground for God knows what reason, just to add insult to injury. And then to defend himself, Mason Rudolph starts, kind of pushing at his helmet. Everyone wants to point out that, saying Mason Rudolph started this altercation. But here's where things go from bad to holy crap worse. After that happened, and Mason Rudolph is trying to get Myles Garrett off of his body, Myles Garrett grabs him by the face mask and starts jerking his head around, and it looks like he's just got Gumby in a headlock pretty much, because it's just his neck is going everywhere Myles Garrett wants it to. Myles Garrett is easily probably 260 plus pounds of just solid lineman yanking around a quarterback's head, which could have caused a neck injury. So in the process, he rips his helmet off completely. He rips off Mason Rudolph's helmet.
Luckily, his head stayed on his shoulders.
Luckily, because you wouldn't be able to tell by the looks on this camera. But after that, obviously Mason Rudolph is pissed off, and is him and his linemen are going up to Garrett like, "Hey, you need to get off our quarterback." And Mason Rudolph's like, "What the heck are you doing?" In that altercation, as Mason Rudolph's trying to get his helmet back, Myles Garrett grabs the helmet and swings it and connects, hits him on the top of the head, right on top of his crown, and you can see his neck just kind of shrink into his shoulders as he gets hit with the helmet. And after that, that's when Mike Pouncey, the lineman for the Steelers, goes nuts. Starts basically trying to brawl with Myles Garrett like it's a UFC fight, because one of the linemen lays on top of Myles Garrett, and Pouncey comes in and just starts throwing punches, starts kicking him on the ground.
And this was just 2 weeks after recovering from a concussion.
Yeah,
Rudolph.
from the Ravens game that they had, because there was a hit on him, and then everyone, I think they ejected that Ravens player in that game, even though that one looked way more unintentional than what Myles Garrett did.
Yeah,
and because of all this fallout, like, there was so much crap going on. Mike Pouncey got a 3-game suspension. There was another Browns guy, I think his name was Okunjobi or something. He got a 1-game suspension because he came in even after all this is going down and shoved Mason Rudolph to the ground when he was like completely, like, he was way off on the sidelines or wherever else something else was happening. So he came in to escalate the situation, and then Myles Garrett is suspended indefinitely for the season, and both organizations, the Steelers and the Browns, were fined to the tune of $250,000 a piece. Like,
wow.
Like the league wanted to send a message: this is not anywhere near okay. And here's what's kind of crazy, because during the post-game interviews, can't remember her name, but she comes up to Baker Mayfield and asks him about the altercations that went on between the two teams. And he respectfully said that it was inexcusable what Myles Garrett did and just called it for what it was. However, what sucks and what's kind of rubbed me the wrong way is that during the altercation, it was reported and like tweeted out from other NFL reporters on the sidelines and stuff that while all this stuff was going on and the chaos was ensuing, the Browns were celebrating that on the sidelines, like other players and stuff, and they were just like, all okay with it, like nothing really going on there. And it's crazy to me to think that, like, and even so you have that being reported from, again, other NFL analytics reporters, whatever else, and all the crap going on the field, and people are seriously trying to defend Myles Garrett for what he did, saying that Mason Rudolph started and escalated this whole situation in the first place, which is complete bullcrap. Because if you watch the video and see it in real time, like I said, he makes this tackle on him well after the play is already gone. And again, the commissioner, and everyone else involved, jumped on this thing immediately, and like I said, suspended him indefinitely. And that's the right call. Like he's definitely going to be getting more fines. Like, I don't know that he'll lose his job necessarily over this, but it's just, that's ridiculous, because those helmets are meant for player safety. And again, it's kind of ironic that it was used to harm one, but dude, you could hurt someone horribly if he had just tilted that helmet ever so slightly, hit him with the side of it, or God forbid the top of the helmet on direct to his head. Like, we're having a different discussion right now, because I think even Mason Rudolph's lawyer is saying that they're going to be following up with legal action about this, because that's essentially assault with a deadly weapon. Like, he could have hurt or injured, possibly even killed Mason Rudolph with that if he hits him just the right way.
Yeah, and there's a player, a cornerback with the Cowboys,
right,
that used this opportunity. They use this as an opportunity to bring up that the NFL is getting soft.
Oh my gosh!
that they're not allowing enough, like they're being too gentle with the quarterbacks. And although I think that's kind of correct, they're trying to put in too many rules to keep people from playing rough.
Right.
I get that. This is not an example of that. This is very definitely Myles Garrett's fault. This is not even close. When you tackle a guy 3 seconds after the ball has already left his hands, and then use his helmet as like a weapon against his head, there's no way to defend that. And, because to use that is just, he's only saying this to have the unpopular opinion, Sometimes it feels good to have an unpopular opinion. That's all this guy's doing, this guy with the Cowboys.
Yeah, because it's like it's a whole different discussion, because the same thing like you brought up with Mason Rudolph going into concussion protocol during the Ravens game, that one you can at least defend and say, like, you know what? It's a football play.
Yes.
This is not a football play to take off someone's helmet after jerking their head around for, 10 seconds and then smacking them with it. That's that's assault. That's all this is.
John, I want to hear your reaction to this because you're not as big of a football fan as us.
He's watching the video right now.
You're watching this as an outsider. What are your thoughts?
So I'm watching it right now. I think the escalation was complete crap. Like, it was definitely the guy on the Browns' fault.
Right.
Okay, but if you look at it, I don't know if you guys want to check it out right now. The beginning of it, he doesn't tackle him like a couple seconds after he pitches the ball. It happens simultaneously. Like, he's already in his shoulders tackling him as he's letting go of the ball. So, in his defense, he probably didn't see him get rid of the ball. That's why he continued to try and get him on the ground. But past that, he was a total ass. He shouldn't have done what he did.
No, not at all.
But I think that the tackle, like, in his brain, like, I could see how he would justify the tackle.
Right.
But once the guy was on the ground to, like, roll over and lay on him, like, now you're just being a jerk.
Again, he's like I said, he's adding insult to injury, just rubbing it in. And then the other thing I was talking about, the Browns player celebrating on the sideline. After this happened, there was another post that was put up by a Browns player, Mac Wilson. I don't remember if he's a defensive linebacker or whatever, but I know he's a defensive player for the Browns. He put up an old picture of when I think he either knocked out Antonio Brown or Juju Smith-Schuster with a helmet-to-helmet contact hit, and made some quippy comment about, like, again, just saying, like, oh, screw the Steelers, basically. Like, so it's just like, what the heck?
The Browns, though, if you bang helmets, like.
Well, but again, it's like he was putting up a picture of a guy, like, flat out injured because he was knocked out from the play, kind of thing. Like, he was just on the floor limp after his helmet to helmet hit with him. Like, and so the defensive player for the Browns is just, again, adding more fuel to the fire and, like, mocking all these injuries or, like, helmet hits and whatever else.
In the Browns' defense, not all of them knew.
No, there were a few, like,
they were celebrating. Jarvis Landry was one of them. After the game, he was doing interviews with the TV.
Yeah,
crew.
him and Odell.
Yeah, and they asked him, they told him what had happened. He was a little surprised, and then they showed him the video, and
they were appalled.
He was appalled. He was disturbed.
Yeah, it was, because it's nothing that anyone needs to see. You're not expecting that on live television, like
teammate or not, you can appreciate is maybe the wrong word for this. We get what
you're saying.
You can understand that this is horrible.
Yeah, it's just it sucks too, because it's like with all the other crap going on. Speaking of Steelers, we talked about Antonio Brown a lot this season, whatever else. And granted, he left the Steelers this season, but it's just like there's so much going on. This is supposed to be the 100-year celebration of the NFL, and it's just nothing but tarnished legacy so far. It's Antonio Brown causing messes on and off the field, and now we have this on a Thursday night football game, which is prime time, viewing hours kind of thing. It's just ridiculous. So, but
it's just like, why are you? I don't know. Like, you get paid like millions of dollars, not all the players, but it's like, why are you out there acting a fool?
Yeah.
Like, you're an adult. Just move on. It's a game. It's literally a game.
Yeah, you have the game wrapped up. They're not making a comeback. There's only 8 seconds. It's going to take the guy 8 seconds just to run down the field and get a touchdown if that happens.
And even then, they still wouldn't have made the comeback.
Yeah, like, he kicks the extra point, game's over. There's no onside kick at that point. Time's already expired. There's nothing to happen. It's like,
believe it or not, I would be even harder on Myles Garrett, but he has recognized and admitted how bad this was.
Right.
He has sent out an apology. He has said, "I'm so sorry. I lost it."
Yeah, I could see how people lose their temper in the moment, but it's
well, that's what Mike Pouncey said.
It's like, I still think he should definitely be excluded for life.
For life?
Yeah, I'm okay if they never bring him back in. That's wrong.
It is.
Whether you
there's no
apologize or
that.
not, there's a difference between forgiveness and forgetting.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
we can forgive him as a person, but to forget it and just let him back in the NFL, that's just unwise.
Because then that sets the precedent for someone else to think, like, you know what, I'm really pissed at Luke. Say you're on the opposing team. Like, I'm going to go beat him with my helmet. I'll just be taken out for a season. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and And it is one of those things too where, sorry, were you done?
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, yes, no, because they did show other clips too. I think there was 2 other times this season alone where Myles Garrett was getting scrappy with people, like throwing punches and doing stuff that was, unsportsmanlike, unbecoming of an NFL player, stuff like that. So it is a little bit of history. Same as like Vontaze Burfict or whatever, like we talked about before. So it's there is a bit of a history there, and it's crazy because again, it's a whole other level. Whether you want to, if you still by whatever reason want to say Mason Rudolph escalated the situation and he started it, kind of thing, it doesn't matter. The fact that he was assaulted with his helmet, like that raised it and took it to a place that no one needed to see and no one needed to go to. So God, hopefully all that's fine. Hopefully Mason Rudolph doesn't have to get, any kind of stitches or, a concussion, something horrible happened to him, whatever. Hopefully that's all fine. I don't know the current status, but I think he's still good. He was able to do his post-game interviews, nothing too bad, as far as we can see. So, yeah, crazy way to kick off the NFL week on a Thursday night. But we'll transition to a little bit more lighthearted stuff. Colin Kaepernick, for those of you that don't know, was a NFL quarterback years ago. Well, at least 6 years now he's been out of the NFL.
Has it been that long? I think it's only been 3.
Okay, 3 total, but I mean, I know it was starting at the peak. It was about 6 or so years ago when he came in and filled in for Alex Smith as the 49ers quarterback, went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Ravens. The next year, he brings the 49ers back to the NFC Championship. They lose to the Seahawks. And then he had been on a steady decline from there. At least, me and Luke have that viewpoint with his stats and everything. He was throwing a lot of interceptions, not getting yards, not getting wins in the win column. So he was on a steady decline. And then so now the NFL, after, for those of you who don't know, he started taking knees during the national anthem for football games. And I know we don't like to get too political on this, but he was doing it for injustices suffered against, the African-American community and others alike. But that being said, I had a hard time kind of believing what he was doing this for. I mean, I know they do have reports saying that he talked to an actual military veteran saying what would be the most respectful way to me to protest this, and that's how he got the idea for the kneeling. And that's all fine and dandy. If he still wants to protest that's on him. But what I didn't appreciate as far as his protest was that there were several times where he was featured on practice fields wearing pigs wearing cop uniforms. So obviously what comments he's trying to make on that. And then he was also wearing a Fidel Castro t-shirt, which I didn't quite get.
That was the one that got
Fidel
me.
Castro was a racist. He hated African Americans, black people.
He's still in power.
Oh gosh. But anyway, I don't get why he was wearing his t-shirt or whatever. So it's just it just raises questions in my opinion.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
Died last year.
Did he die last year?
I thought he was dead. That's why.
Maybe I'm wrong about this.
But regardless, so as long as we're just keeping this in the football category, it is news that's going on. Colin Kaepernick was given the chance by NFL people to hold a open workout, I think it is, just on this last Saturday. And so there were 8 teams out of the 32 that showed up to watch him and everything. People were giving good reports on his arms and saying that he looks decent. Or they even quoted as saying he has an elite arm, which again, I don't know what'll happen, but he might get signed by one of the teams. Huh?
Nobody has been clocked faster throw than Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm. He throws bullets.
He throws over 70 miles an hour.
Yeesh.
You think that's fast for a baseball. I mean, not at the major league level, but if you ever catch a 70-mile-an-hour baseball, that's starting to come in pretty hot.
Yeah.
If it's a football, that's horrifying.
You don't want to be a receiver on that, but I mean, you'll have to if he's your quarterback.
He's got a killer arm. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and so again, and I know he's had good historic games. They do talk about earlier this season, Lamar Jackson set a record for, I think, throwing over 250 yards and running for over 150 in a single game. And they made the caveat saying that during a regular season game, because Kaepernick himself actually did that in a postseason game, and so got pretty astonishing numbers. He has good accolades. I'm not going to take that away from him. Where it'll go from here, I don't know. Like I said, only 8 of the 32 teams showed up because there's 2 ways to view it. It was reported that he kind of got a last minute reach out from the NFL saying hey, if you want to do this open workout thing, so that way we can finally put this thing to rest, and you stop getting up on our news feeds. Here's your chance. This is it. We're not giving you anything else. He was even requested to put the week back a bit, or give an extension for 1 week so that way he could prepare better for it. They said no, it's this day, it's now or never kind of thing. And so he's like, okay, I'll take the chance. But at the same time, there were other reports I think Skip and Shannon talked about on their show where they were saying that people did try to reach out to Kaepernick prior to this whole escalation, him being out of the league for so long. They tried to reach out to him and they weren't able to because of his representatives or whoever else was in charge of his PR people. And so it's a two-edged sword. Again, whether you stand with or kneel with Colin Kaepernick, depending on however you want to view it. Yeah. So it's I don't know, maybe we'll see him back in the NFL in the near future. I don't know about this season because again, it is so late. We're on week 11 now.
Yeah.
Where is he really going to fit in? That's my only thing with it. It's
he's definitely not going to start anywhere.
Yeah. So it's maybe he gets signed at the beginning of next season or during the off season, but who knows? We'll see what happens if he comes back. Hey, hopefully he, like you said, Luke, his arm's actually healthy. He's not throwing a lot of interceptions, and he can read defenses, whatever else. Whatever.
I think he should be back in the NFL. I didn't really think he deserved to be dropped completely.
No, but
I don't blame him because he was bringing a lot of sometimes bad publicity.
Right.
But when we're talking about his talent, it was getting to the point where I would never start him.
Right, and it was one of those things. Or sorry, finish your thought. I don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't have started him the way he exited. He was playing horribly.
Yes.
But he's better than a lot of the backup quarterbacks in the league. And I would have kept him around just in case. Maybe it's a slump few years, you know? Mm-hmm. I think he still has potential maybe to improve.
Yeah.
So if I were a football team, I would sign him.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things too, because it's like I said, back and forth. Who's kind of cutting out who or not talking to who on this regard, because I know people did try to sign him as a backup quarterback, but he just didn't want to take that position. So it's like, okay, well, you kind of did it to yourself, but you wanted to be a starter, but you, again, like you said, Luke, his numbers weren't really there. If you're a backup quarterback, you just sit there and wait for your chance, because you look at Kyle Allen, you look at Gardner Minshew, you look at all these other quarterbacks that have filled in big shoes this season and have actually delivered. So they're actually looking pretty hot themselves. Maybe they still don't get the starting position, but the teams are knowing that, like, hey, I might be able to trade this person for like maybe a second or third round pick if they're good enough. So they're like, if he just would have waited and signed his backup position, he probably could have regained a starter spot. So I think he's got things going in his favor. We'll see what happens, like I said, in the near future.
I think that signing him, there's two reasons he's not getting signed. One is that he's not back up to where he used to be playing wise, and
he's been out for 3 years.
Yeah, and the second being, no one wants to sign him because he might do that crap again and get all the bad publicity. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't sign him either.
Right.
At least until his playing skills were back up to snuff.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to let's not kid ourselves. Each team is a business.
Yeah.
Their business.
Their goal is to make
playing
money.
Football.
Their goal isn't to
And one of the
protest.
best ways to make money is to win championships. A lot of fans like that.
Yeah.
The other way to do it is to have people that your fans like.
Yes.
And if you have people that your fans don't like,
they're
it's
not
a bad business.
They're not. Yeah, they're not going to show up to games.
And you're already hearing people saying like, "Oh, if he gets signed to my team, I'm not."
Yeah,
so let's not
anymore.
pretend that like somebody can be robbed of their rights to play football. It's not a right to play. It's a fun career that they have. It's a fun business.
It's not.
Other
a right,
than that, let's not exalt this to anything that it's not.
It's like I don't have a right to my job. I got hired because of my skill.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong.
looks.
There's nothing wrong with an NFL team acting like a business. It's what they are. They need to make money, and they make money so that you can watch them.
Yeah.
If they're not making money, you won't get to watch them anymore.
Yep. All right. So, again, those are two heavy topics. Again, I know it was like somewhat political with the Colin Kaepernick thing, like we said, and then obviously with the huge brawl in the Steelers game. But you know what? I think we can start to wind down. We can start to relieve some tension as we get into our Week 12 predictions, because I know John, as always, is going to have some great commentary for us. I was even getting complimented on that earlier.
Seriously?
Yes. I was talking to Joe Clahassey. Shout out to
Mr. Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Joe and
Joe.
Joe's Farm. If you don't already know, he's a really fun dude.
Yeah, Mr. Joe and Stacy. They both listen to us.
Speaking
I've
of,
known them since I was a kid.
I don't remember if it was one of you guys, but he did call you guys out for mentioning that Kawhi Leonard played at Poly Tech or something.
Dude, I think that was you.
I did not mention him playing at Poly. I said that he was in Reno Valley and then went to Riverside. That's all
Maybe
I said.
It was probably me.
I was like, no,
He went to King High School. King High School is where
he came up to me and he was like, well, that wasn't me, man. Because I remember not getting specific.
No, he told me about that.
Okay, yeah. So, so anyway, shout out to Joe. You're awesome. Thank you for being a listener
Joe
to
and
this podcast.
Stacy, both of them listen.
Oh, okay, yes. My apologies.
They listen
both
while they work on the farm.
Yes, we love you both.
You guys
All
are
right.
awesome. Thanks for being listeners.
Yes. So now, here we go for Week 12 predictions. Colts versus Texans. I believe the Colts just won today, and the Texans took a huge L from the Baltimore Ravens. 41-7.
You know, before that, I would have been like Texans. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I thought it could have gone either way with the Baltimore game, but it's like, that wasn't even close, man. Lamar Jackson's still fire.
Oh my goodness. He's looking more and more legitimate. I'm going to let's maybe focus on this one for now, because we can talk about Lamar Jackson all day.
Colts Texans, who you got?
Oh boy, I think I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Okay, I'm right there with you. A little hesitant, but I think they can bounce back after taking this big loss.
Both of these teams, the Colts and the Texans, they don't seem to me like teams that are going to lose twice in a row.
Right, and in the Texans' defense, they lost to Baltimore, who's got an MVP candidate as quarterback. Yeah. The Colts lost to the Dolphins. Like, let's not forget this. The Colts lost to the Dolphins, so I think Deshaun can bounce back in a big way here.
The Dolphins had an advantage, man. They can go in the water.
Drown the horses.
Yeah, but the Colts have an advantage. They can go on the land.
Well, whose field did they play at?
I think it was in Miami.
Oh, you're right. Dolphins to have the advantage.
So who's going to win then?
All right,
John?
so Colts Texans.
So I don't have an opinion on specifically which one would win, but I could see it going both ways.
And why is that?
Why is that? Well, so colts are baby horses, right?
Yes.
We've established that.
Yes.
We've established that many times.
Uh-huh.
Now, Texans, like, that's cowboy country, so they were always, in charge of the little horses and the big horses.
Right.
We're talking about colts right now, little horses. So I could see the Colts winning because what if they're, like, sick of being under the thumb of the Texans and the Texan Cowboys? I know they're two separate teams, but for the sake of this nonsense,
Yes,
we're gonna
for the sake of your nonsense.
yeah. So they've always been under the thumb of them. They have to do whatever the Texans tell them. They have to help move the steer, help all this. If they're sick of it enough, they can create an uprising.
So they're going to start cribbing.
Right.
Interesting.
They'll create an uprising against the Texans, and they know the Texans are predictable because they're just always saying the same orders to them, like, hey, carry this wagon over here. He-yah. They're predictable. So I think the Colts would have the advantage there.
All right.
Now, I think the Texans would have the advantage because they know where all the Colts are. They're always on all their farms, and they're all branded with a stamp. Okay?
Tramp stamp.
So they can keep the very good, the fast Colts off in the farm, and they can have the little sad Colts that don't do too well on the farm. They don't do their jobs well. They can have them play in the game.
Ah.
So, I think it could go either way, depending on who's going to be more of a revolutionary.
All right.
All right.
So you heard it here first. All right. Next game we have
Probably last, too.
Seahawks versus Eagles.
Seahawks.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah.
So you don't even think that the Eagles could pull off an upset against the Patriots tonight? I think we already did predict that, though. You said
Is
the
that
Patriots,
tonight?
That's tonight. That's a Sunday night game.
That's the Sunday. I won't be able to watch it.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, but no. Come on. The Seahawks.
I think, honestly, like, again, I'd say the term, you'll probably read too much into it. Just bear with me here. Both defenses are bad comparatively to the offenses.
Right.
So it's going to be tough, I think I would still give a slight edge. It'll be a close game, slight edge to the Seahawks because Russell Wilson is definitely more mobile than
The
Carson Wentz.
Seahawks just took down the 49ers.
But, that could have gone either way if the guy just makes the field goal kick. I can't, I'm not going to take the win away from him, but, it could go either way on that game. There's
Even if it goes either way,
I'm talking about the Hawks and 49ers game.
Yeah, even still, if it would have gone that way, they almost beat the 49ers. They're just as good as the 49ers is kind of the ultimate point I'm getting at.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And I would never say that the Eagles are going to beat the 49ers.
Look, I'm just saying you can't count out the Eagles, all right?
I won't count them out, but if I'm going to choose, I'm definitely going to go
What do
with
you think the score will be between the Seahawks and Eagles?
27-21.
27-21. Okay, I was going to say 27-20. So again,
That's
we're not
pretty
too
close.
far off.
3-4.
Yeah.
4, yeah, two safeties.
Two safeties and a field goal. Man, that'd be the worst game ever.
That would suck.
God. All right, so John, Seahawks versus Eagles.
I'm with Luke,
bird
man.
battle.
Seahawks for sure.
All right. And what's your logic behind that?
Dude, so
Logic.
So you got Eagles and Hawks, right?
Yes.
They're both a bird, right? Birds,
bird.
They're both
This
birds.
is fascinating.
Both
Now,
aviaries.
I don't know which one is necessarily better than the other.
ovaries?
Aviaries.
Oh,
Aviaries.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
So I don't know. Would you guys say a hawk is more intimidating than an eagle, or vice versa, or they're kind of equal? Think they're kind of equal? I think they're kind of equal.
so John's saying they're equal. Let's just go off of his logic. Well,
I would say a hawk is more
hawk
intimidating.
is more important. Okay, what about you? What do you think?
I thought the Eagles were the majestic country bird. So
Well, see,
Yeah,
there we go.
Eagles are too majestic.
Here's the thing: each
They
of them
look
have
pretty
their own opinion, so
Okay.
we're gonna go with mine.
yeah.
That they're roughly the same.
Okay.
So the reason I think Seahawks would win is because they got their sea legs already. They're
Okay.
out at sea, and they come in onto the land. They can both fish in oceans and fish in lakes. They do it all. So I think they have more fields to play off of. They have more of an advantage. They've got more experience.
More
in the
diverse.
world. They're more diverse. Thank you.
They're well-rounded.
Well-rounded. So I think the Seahawks are going to take this one.
All right.
All right.
John, I think you're going to have fun with this next one. Is that what?
It's another America game.
Yes, but I was gonna announce it.
Well, you asked
Cowboys.
me what I laughed about. That was your fault.
Cowboys versus Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
So Luke, are you taking the Patriots?
Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots every time.
They are in Foxborough, and you don't bet against Brady. I always still give it to the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know. The Cowboys are one of those teams I never want to say, I think they're going to win.
Yeah, they kind
They're
of
not bad, but
I would like to say that they would win.
How
But
have they been
kind
doing
of
this season?
they're like
It's-
5-4, I think, right now
It's
currently.
flip a
kinda
coin.
even.
Flip a coin.
They, yeah,
might win.
they keep going back and forth. It's hard to tell with the Cowboys. They have great. Same with the Chargers. They have great talent. They just can't get it done in most cases.
Which is why I definitely can't say I think the Cowboys are going to win, especially not against the Patriots.
It's gonna be tough. So, John, that being said, Patriots versus Cowboys. Where are you going?
Okay, I got a question.
Okay,
How have the Patriots been doing this season?
they're
Fantastic.
Okay, well,
Okay, that's a little biased. I want
they're-
to hear from Dylan.
Okay.
8-1.
They're 8-1. However, they have played a lot of garbage teams. They've played the Dolphins a lot. They played the Giants, who are like 1-7 or 1-8. They've played the Redskins, which are also like 1-7 or 1-8. They play a lot of crappy teams, and so it's like they do have an 8-1 record.
So they're like warm-up games.
It's basically like they have
Yeah.
a bolstered schedule. It's pretty easy. I think they've only had they played the Ravens. They lost to them because the Ravens are a tough team to beat. And again, I don't know what other game you can point to saying that they had a tough schedule or a tough
Again,
matchup.
the Bills.
The Bills.
I don't know you don't like that one, but
Again, it was
they got
just-
a tough defense.
yeah. So it's an 8-1 record, but a little iffy on their level of competition they've had to play against.
It's
That's my only
impressive.
thing.
You asked about their record.
I did.
Yeah,
Because
so-
this one I got to know. I can't, it's an American game, but, you got to have more than that for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with our listener, John.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, which he'll be here next week.
He will.
Oh.
Our friend John will be our guest next week, listeners.
We'll have
and
two
A different
he-
John, not this John.
Not this one. Yeah, we'll have two Johns. I don't know how we're going to work that out. But
We'll put you guys next week.
Thing one and thing two.
he's a diehard Cowboys fan to a fault, I think.
That's gonna be real fun next week.
So,
agree.
let's do this. Okay, so
All right.
Cowboys versus Patriots. Again, dude, that's like one of the most American games you could ask for.
3
Yes.
weeks in a row.
3
my
weeks in a
goodness,
row.
man.
Dude, America's on a freaking roll.
We're getting deja vu here. I thought I was gonna. Honestly, when I put this game on the matchups, I thought I was like, wait, did I deja vu this one? We already cover this? But no, it's just more America.
This is almost as American as a baseball game.
Yeah.
At least this one's
upset.
more entertaining.
I
I'll give you
disagree.
that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. On TV, it's a little more entertaining.
Yeah. All right. So back to the predictions.
So the Cowboys, I'm a little bit biased because I really hope they lose every week just because it makes me happy. I was telling some of our other friends who know the other John.
Right.
It makes me happy when I go to bed at night when the Cowboys lose, and
Oh my God.
I know John is at home losing his mind over a game. It makes me happy. It warms my soul.
Aren't you
Ew.
excited, John?
Oh my god.
We can't wait to have you on, bro. But it warms my soul. It does. It truly does. Because it's a game. But
Right.
anyway,
Insert Packers comment. Witty.
but I do think the Cowboys might take this one.
Ooh.
Just based off of the records you just told me, yeah, sure, they're 5-4, so it could go either way. But then with the Patriots only winning against garbage teams, I wouldn't count the Cowboys as a garbage team.
What if I told you the Cowboys have lost to garbage teams?
Have they been losing to garbage teams?
well, okay.
They lost to the Jets.
They lost to the Jets.
But who else did
oth-
they lose to?
They lost to the Packers, which are
Okay, that's a good team.
8-2.
Packers are good, yeah.
Packers are good. They lost to. They beat the Eagles, and the Eagles beat the Packers. So it's kind of like a rock paper scissors matchup. So that's kind of
Yeah.
tough to call. But
The Chargers also beat the Packers, though.
But either way, it's like the Packers are at least solid. I think they've had a lot harder schedules than the Patriots have. So, but again, getting back to your question, the Cowboys have lost to the Saints, which are top contending for the NFC. The Packers, top contention. The Jets were the bad one. And then what was the other loss that the Vikings, which are also like a 7-2 record right now.
So really, the only garbage team they lost to were the Jets.
That was the one loss, yes.
So yeah,
And who did they beat?
The Cowboys?
Yeah.
Who did they beat Miami. They beat the
Easy.
Giants.
Easy.
Was it once or twice? They beat the Redskins
Easy.
and they beat the Eagles. So I
Not
think that's
as easy.
not as easy.
So I'm still hearing that it's a toss-up, both in wins and losses. Right? Or am I wrong? Did I calculate that wrong? I think I did.
A toss-up. What do you mean?
No,
It's
they both win and lose to equally good and equally crappy teams.
Yes.
So it's still a 50-50 with them.
right. So but you're still picking the Cowboys to win.
I still, as much as it pains my soul, I think the Cowboys might take this one.
I
right.
can't
Sorry,
wait till the
guys. This one
Patriots win.
came from a much more logical
If-
standpoint than fun, but
if he picks the Cowboys and they win, man.
I can't wait for the Patriots to win this one, and everybody's gonna be okay.
Look, I honestly,
All of a sudden, the Cowboys. Oh, they weren't a good team.
I just want the Patriots to
Oh,
lose.
they sucked.
I want the Patriots to lose so that way the Ravens can catch up and take number 1 seed in the AFC.
I'm okay with the Ravens eventually getting number 1 seed.
I just don't know if they will because the Patriots have a super easy schedule.
I'd like to see an aviary Super Bowl.
Caw-caw. All right. Next one. We got Packers versus 49ers.
Ooh, that's a good game.
I think I'll give it to the Packers.
I think I'll stick with the 49ers.
All right.
The Packers are a little too inconsistent. We've pointed out they lost games to teams they definitely should not have lost to. The 49ers have only lost. The 49ers have only lost to the Seahawks, and that was tough. The Seahawks are good.
Seahawks are a good team.
But you also have to look at the fact that they had to play down to like the last minute with the Arizona Cardinals. That's a rookie quarterback, Kyler Murray. He's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong.
Wasn't that also the soaking wet game, or was that with the Washington?
That was Washington.
It's pretty moist, wasn't it?
It was very moist. That field was dripping. But anyway, so again, the Cardinals with a rookie quarterback, a bad offensive line, and a bad defense were able to get into a shootout with Jimmy G. So again, I think Aaron Rodgers being as elite as he is, or at least more experienced, if you don't want to call him elite at this point, I think they have a pretty solid enough offense to make things more interesting than it's letting on to be.
It'll definitely be interesting. I think it'll be close.
Yeah, the teams are basically only one win, one loss off from each other because they're both.
Yeah.
The Packers have one more loss, but the 49ers, I don't think they've had their bye week yet, or someone's had their bye week. And
The
whatever.
49ers have had their bye week.
They have had it. Okay, so the Packers, I think they're having theirs this week. So yeah, depending on what happens with the Niners, that'll determine where their record's at currently. Anyway, so you're still going with the Niners and Jimmy G.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. Yeah,
I'll go with the cheeseheads and the more experienced talent at quarterback Aaron Rodgers. John, Packers versus Niners.
So, you guys know I am a Packers fan, so I'm trying my hardest not to be biased here.
That's fine.
So let's take 49ers. 49ers, whenever I think about them or see their logo, or just in general think about the 49ers, you know?
San Fran, yeah.
All I think about is A&W root beer. Let me tell you why.
I'm very interested for you to tell me why.
When I was little, before I knew anything really about sports, I'm talking little, like 5 or below, right? We lived up north, near San Fran.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of 49er jerseys you'd see out and about, a lot of flags.
Right, got the red and gold.
For some reason in my brain, it looked so much like the A&W root beer logo that I equated it with that. So
different colors, different symbols.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know. It makes no sense. It just
let him finish. All right.
Okay.
I want to see where this is going.
It absolutely makes no sense. It was like that, and then sometimes Dr. Pepper, because Dr. Pepper's got the circle.
I can see Dr. Pepper.
That one makes a little more sense, right?
Yeah.
So that type of soda, this, to me, Dr. Pepper,
like a dark soda.
Dr. Pepper and root beer sometimes taste the same. Not always. Most of the time, not. But sometimes. Okay. So,
and this is all related to football. How?
Yeah, maybe it makes more sense that I equated the Niners to Dr. Pepper because it's got the circle and the number. You know?
Okay.
Just hear me out, Luke. Stop shaking your head.
Luke just doesn't want to hear any of this.
Luke,
I'm trying to be open and honest.
Luke looks like a computer,
does not compute.
Out. Yeah,
does not compute.
His head's jerking. Okay, now you got Packers and their cheese.
Yes.
Okay. They got some good cheese up there.
Not the fudge.
Not the fudge.
Not fudge Packers.
Up there. The cheese.
Wisconsin.
Okay. You ever wore a cheese head hat?
I have not actually.
It's amazing.
No, wait.
You feel
Noah Walters
powerful.
had one, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
so
he
we
was
did.
a Packer
We did wear
fan.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just kind of talking about cheese and soda at this point.
Oh, so now you're realizing how ridiculous it is.
A really bad
How come
stomach
it was
ache.
not okay for me to do that, but then you do it?
Because
you're like, oh,
you were
funny.
impeding my creativity.
Yeah, gosh, man.
Outrageous.
Let him be. This is California. We're supposed to let people be
He
creative.
just insulted himself.
Let it happen.
You know what? Okay. You know what? This one I'm going biased. I never liked 49ers fans. They were always shooting each other up with the Raiders fans up where we lived. I just don't like them. So I'm going to go with Packers. At least I hope
Respectable.
the Packers will win.
Respectable.
Yes. Don't be a violent fan. Just have fun.
Yeah,
It's a family game.
Don't be a jerk.
All right. Ravens versus Rams.
Ravens.
The Ravens, like I said, just creamed Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Deshaun Watson.
Watson. All right, and the Rams are, I think, also 5-4, so they're kind of middle of the pack with their team.
I like how now you're just giving me stats.
Well, I'm just trying to help you out, man.
I know,
You asked for it in the
it's
last few,
nice.
so
It's nice.
But yeah,
It's
so
working
Ravens, I think, will have an easy win on this because the Rams' defense has been inconsistent, and I don't see them getting the win against Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, the Rams. I wouldn't really have guessed that they would be
This bad?
third in the division. I still would have, at the beginning of the season, I would have put them at the top.
Yeah, I think that we had them at second, at least.
Maybe, yeah. But they're definitely not a team
Nope.
to be threatened by. And they're kind of threatening, but you don't want to count them out as easy, but they're definitely not the hard team.
They're not beating Lamar Jackson. That's
Lamar Jackson is. The Ravens are the hard team, so I'm definitely going Ravens.
Yep. John, Ravens, Rams.
Dude, the Aviaries are coming up this season.
Bird boy.
All the bird teams are doing well. Man, not all of them, but some of them.
Eagles aren't doing too bad.
Yeah, dude. Birds are where it's at. They're flying high.
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word.
Yes.
Bird. Bird's the word.
Luke just more upset every time me and John talk.
He took his headphones off. He's done.
My headphones are on my temples now.
Okay, well, you can't hear us then through them. You can hear us through your
Oh, yeah,
ears.
because real life doesn't exist.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to go with the bird team. The
Birdie
Ravens.
birds?
I'm just
All
going to stick on that bird train.
Okay.
You
And
know?
any particular reason why?
I don't know, man. Rams. I don't have a good one for this. I'm really sorry, listeners. I don't got it.
You know, I might be able.
Rams.
I might be able to help out. I might be able to help out John with this. Okay, so using your creative, lovely mind, your
Oh,
brilliant
thank you.
mind. Okay, I say
I don't
the
feel
Ravens.
patronized at all.
No, I'm being honest. It's fun. I think
You're
the way.
special just like
I think
we
the
are.
way the Ravens get the win on this, right?
Okay.
Because you think of a ram, they have those horns, right? That kind of curl by the side of their head.
Sure, yeah.
I think those horns are just a perfect perch for the Ravens to then land on and stab their eyes out. So if the Rams go blind, the Ravens win.
That, or they can put a bit in their mouth like a horse and reins and just
Oh.
control the Rams.
Wait,
There you
how
go.
are they simultaneously perched and poking their eyes out with their feet?
Have you not seen a bird just on its feet, like kind of bend over and peck at the ground?
Oh,
or peck
pecking
at what
with his eyes.
Yeah,
I
what,
mean, it's
what-
just-
He's not
With his
pecking
feet.
with
with
his
his eyes, rubbing eyes together.
I
What is
that, like
this?
flying down, like grabbing a hold of their eyeballs.
No.
Okay.
They that's what I said. They use the horns as a perch. That's where they land,
Okay,
and then
okay.
they stab them in the eye.
Okay.
The horns are a chair.
I went a little more violent than John usually does, but yeah. Anyway,
So either way, poking out their eyes
Yeah.
or putting a bit in their mouth and with some reins and controlling the Rams, either way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly.
Ravens, you know what? Thank you, man.
yeah, I'm here for you. I love you.
Luke's not today. Luke hates me today.
All right, last matchup.
I don't hate you.
Luke just hating on us. We have the last matchup is the Chargers versus the bye week. I think the bye week gets the win on this. The
I
Chargers
think
take
the
another L.
Chargers are not going to lose. I'm optimistic.
I'm not. Someone will get injured for some reason, some godforsaken reason. We don't know why, but the season's gone. I don't know what is going on with the Chargers anymore.
So bye
John, what
week
do you think?
obviously means 2 games, right?
Bye week.
That's what that means?
Oh,
Am I
gosh.
wrong? Is that
No,
what that
it means that it's a break. It's a break during the season, so they get time to rest.
Bye, like goodbye.
So why are they're not doing anything?
Yeah.
What do I have to say about that?
Well, but it's just
Do you
funny.
think they're going to lose?
If you ever look at like NFL memes on like
Lose
Facebook,
what? They're not playing any games.
So you
But
think they're
that's-
not going to lose? You and I are in agreement on this.
no,
one. I
we're
think they
not.
won't lose.
We're not in agreement because it makes no sense.
What?
that's
If they're not,
That's outrageous.
If they're
of
not-
all the stuff that doesn't make sense.
if they're not playing, they're not
Oh my
losing,
gosh.
nor are they not winning.
Oh, you know what? That's very logical.
I know.
Good job, John. Good thing we have your logic.
Oh my gosh! All right, well, you know what, folks.
Bye week also kind of sounds gay.
Dude, it's spelled bye, like goodbye.
Is it? That's just how
BYE.
you spelled it on our paper. Is
No,
that
that's how it
That's
is.
how it's actually spelled.
I no.
What?
I dispute it.
Okay. So, anyway, that's gonna do it for us here at the Somethings Podcast. I hope you enjoyed this really long episode, but I think it was filled with a lot of fun, a lot of heart, a lot of love.
Fun filled,
Yes. Not cream filled like an eclair, thankfully.
jelly
But-
filled,
maybe.
Jellyfield.
Luke doesn't like fruit though.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
But all right, hope to hear from you guys next week. Like I said, we'll put up that survey, comment on the posts,
and remember the phrase of the week: McDonald's
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
frappu.
frappe.
Frappu. McDonald's frappu.
All right,
Yeah, we'll see you guys
Send
next
us a
week.
video.
See ya.
Goodbye.
later.